And
Ooh,
as soon as you
for a second.
as soon as you get here, Corum and Joram go, "Oh fuck, man, something's gone wrong." And even the normally stoic Joram is like, "Holy shit!" And as you can see, there are a lot. Like the town does not look good. A bunch of the buildings are burned. Things look bad. There's smoke and ruin. Yeah, it's like normally these buildings would not be destroyed. However, Corum's like, "Oh man, I don't know what happened, but at least the inn's okay." Which is actually this building right here. This is the halfway home inn. We got to figure out what's going on. We got to go talk to Jill and Jim and see what's going on.
Which way are we approaching?
You are coming from this way, but it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Okay.
Second. I do want to do this though.
What are these white dots?
They just look like stone.
White dots?
These ones.
That is a bush.
Okay, they don't appear for us.
Okay, so there is a broken texture. All right. So you guys, those are bushes.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a.
I was like, what? What are these supposed to?
They look like 2,000 GP pearls.
For whatever reason, that texture did not load, but those are bushes. So sometimes that happens with tabletops in. It just means when it reached out to the web to grab that resource for whatever reason, it was not available. So, you guys don't need to. You're where I'm just getting you for later, but. Okay, so the wagons roll up to the inn, and an innkeeper and his wife come outside, or what you assume is his wife or partner. They step outside, and Jim's like, "Oh, Corum, where you been, man? It's been a while. What's going on?" Corum's like, "Dude, what the hell happened? Come on in, I'll tell you all about it. Jill, start getting, get some food ready. Let's go. Joram and Corum, I'm sure, are probably hungry. You guys take you know what to do, pasture the horses, and come on in as soon as you're done. I'll tell you all about it." So they go back inside and start bustling around making preparations, and Corum and Joram drive their wagons over into this little paddock. You can see there's there's like a couple cows and whatnot over here in the paddock as well.
Does it look like this happened a while ago?
So this building, a couple of these buildings down here at this end they are still smoldering slightly. Okay. These ones appear to have been burned for a little longer. There are also some scorch marks on the outside of the halfway home inn. Like part of it is also sort of scuffed up. You can tell that it looks like something has tried to set it on fire and perhaps not succeeded.
Are there any other villagers around, or we haven't seen any other?
You have not seen anybody except for Jim and Jill.
Okay.
So, if I may,
you know what, Colonel, make a perception check real quick. Actually, better yet, do you want? Okay, so let me ask a question. Are you just sort of casually glancing around, or do you want to snoop a bit?
I think I want to snoop a bit.
Okay, make an investigation roll instead, then.
Okay. Do you have some dice for me?
Oh yes, I should probably.
Oh, can I help with that? I have pretty good investigation.
Yeah, you can help. If you and the Colonel want to go look around the town a little bit, nobody's going to stop you because there's nobody around. So, if you give me a minute, I will clone some copies of these. Hang on a second. Go ahead, Ting.
When we visited the house,
give me that back.
Roy,
give me that back.
Sorry.
When we visited the Church of Roy, you noted that even if we had wanted to commit some minor act of vandalism, we wouldn't have been able to. Now, is that level of protection something similar to what we can observe as
absolutely not? No. This looks like part of the building was set on fire, and maybe somebody threw some buckets of water at it.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether it was.
No, the Church of Roy was it seemed to you as though it was magically durable.
Yeah, no, that's what I wasn't sure of, whether or not that was a similar sort of thing.
This building does not appear to be enchanted. It just looks like the firefighting efforts were effective.
Cool. And this place isn't affiliated to the Golden Dragon, is it?
Not in any way, shape, or form, no. And that was the Red Dragon.
Red Dragon, yeah.
I got a 15 investigation check.
Did you roll twice and take the best one? Because Silka's you and Silka are working together, so you have advantage.
Yeah. And I have a passive investigation of 14.
There is no passive investigation. Perception is the only thing that has passive ability.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, it says mine says passive intelligence investigation 14.
Passive. That's your passive perception, but investigation is something you actively do. It's never passive.
That would be 21.
Okay. So you and Silk snoop about the town a little bit, and you see trails, like you're doing a thorough investigation. It seems like maybe there are a couple other villagers in town, but all the doors and windows are locked. You see maybe what you think is a flash of somebody peeping out from behind a shade or a shutter, which then quickly slams. So maybe there are one or two other people living around, but they seem to be well in hiding effectively. You also find trails that of what appears to be like ash or char. It looks like something fiery has slithered, maybe? You're not quite sure. But there are trails of some manner of fiery beast, and you can see it walking. You can find trails around or near all of the burn structures.
Are these trails, do they appear to be going to a central direction, or are they just going off in different directions from this spot in town?
So it's kind of weird in that they seem to start nowhere particular and end nowhere in particular. Like they don't come from anywhere and they don't go anywhere.
Okay.
So Corum and Jorm are actually inside by now, so they've stabled paddocked horses and gotten in. So your investigation takes you a bit. Slexy, you or Biddy doing anything in particular?
I mean, I'll just help with the horses and then maybe go in.
Okay.
Hear what the story is. You guys are investigating, so I'm sure you'll tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're hanging out with Corum and Jorm. All right.
I'm with Slex.
Also hanging out with Corum and Jorm.
I think maybe I'll join Martinique and just see if I can lend any assistance by, say, history or Arcana knowledge.
So make an Arcana roll then.
Sure. Let me get the right die here.
And I don't know if you want to assist Silk or Silk wants to assist you. Either way.
Yeah,
if you three are investigating together, you might as well.
Your Arcana is going to be higher than mine.
Okay, so take advantage on
plus
this roll.
7 Arcana.
Okay,
so I take advantage. Okay, so okay. Unfortunately, my highest was an 8, but I still get plus 7.
Okay, so 15. You're pretty sure that whatever, like when the Colonel notes the char tracks, and she's like, "These are weird. They don't come from anywhere. They don't go anywhere." You've seen enough of this sort of thing before, Biddy. You're pretty sure that whatever did this was summoned. Something was summoned and to burn down these buildings. Like they summoned it, and then it walked over to the building, and then it disappeared before walking away. Which is why the tracks don't seem like they are. That's why they seem weird. So some manner of summoned creature is setting stuff on fire. Is what the tracks. That's sort of what you glean from the tracks when you guys put everything together. Something is being summoned. It's burning down buildings and then just sort of puffing off and disappearing. Hey, don't disassemble my terrain.
No, it fell down earlier. I was trying to fix it.
Martinique and Barditas, it seems like we're dealing with something that was summoned. That's why these sort of tracks would appear like this. Perhaps a powerful sorcerer came through.
I should have locked this.
That doesn't sound good. I don't like this.
Who would want to just burn down some random houses in the middle of a tiny corner of nowhere?
Yeah, that doesn't seem good.
Maybe the easiest way to find out is to ask the proprietors of this establishment.
Okay,
probably.
Well, you guys spend about 45 minutes out investigating, looking around, so you have some knowledge. And while you guys are doing that, Slexy, you and Tink, I guess you and Tink, are inside the inn, and Corum and Jorm are like, they come in, they're like, well, Jorm doesn't say much because of course he doesn't, but Corum's like, dude, what's going on? And Jill and Jim launch into a tale, and they start talking about how their village is being periodically raided by some fucking lunatic druid who seems intent on burning everything down. They're too afraid to talk or confront him directly because he appears in the shape of like some kind of vicious monster. He walks up and yells at the people in the village and then turns into a big monster and summons some kind of gigantic humanoid fire thing. And then they just start wrecking shit. And they've been doing this for like every night for the last 2 weeks. They show up and like almost all the villagers have run away because they don't know what the hell's going on. They've set fire to the halfway home inn like twice, but both times Jill and Jim have just barely managed to put it out. So things are not great. The crazy druid keeps calling himself Fires by Night. That he seems like he's not. They're not sure what his story is because they're just too afraid to like talk to or confront him. But he's terrorizing his village severely.
And he calls himself Fire by Night?
Fires by Night, yeah.
Fires by Night.
Do I recognize that in any sort of religious capacity?
Make a history roll. And you should roll a d4 too. Whenever you make a skill check, Tink, you have the guidance cantrip. You should always guide yourself first. Just rule of thumb.
Okay, fine. We'll take that
as long as you're not in combat, you have an extra action that you can use to give yourself guidance, which lets you roll an extra d4.
I'm sorry. What was the skill?
History.
History. So 18. Okay. Oh, and a plus a d4. Is that right?
Yes, if you want to guide yourself, sure.
Press R.
Yeah, but can we
Colonel,
just
stop
fucking
stacking the
around with
dice and let him roll it.
Yeah.
You keep taking his dice.
If you want to roll it, fine. But so I got a 4.
Okay, so 22 total.
Yo.
22.
Yep.
You've never heard of him. The name
Nice.
does not seem familiar or in any way significant.
Okie dokie. Well, and now how? So are we the only people in the common room if everyone's...
The inn is empty.
fled?
You guys are the only people who are staying here. And Corum remarks in that face. Like, I've never seen this place so empty. And Jill's like, oh, it's been so bad for business. I don't know what we're going to do. We're almost like, it's not going to be long before, if we're not burned out completely, before we just have to like abandon the inn because we haven't had a single customer in almost 2 weeks.
Has everyone in the town left?
So what you gather from the conversation you guys are just chit-chatting for a while, and you ask, has everybody left? And they're like, well, there are a couple people still. I think the Johnsons are still here, but I don't think they've come out of their cellar in the last week. So we haven't even been able to coax them out in the daylight. I don't think they're gone, but I haven't seen them either. So they could be dead for all I know. We've been staying very close to the inn, and we're just too scared to go do much of anything. And there's no one who can help us. The first person that got killed was our local equivalent of the sheriff.
He died defending, or was he targeted?
He was the first person that was killed, and he was burned alive.
But did he? Was that in the case of defending?
He tried to stand up to
the
tried to stand up to the druid, and the druid just laughed and burned him alive.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I'll turn to Joram or whatever and be like, well, if he shows up tonight, we can try and do something about it. But
Joram looks at Corum and gives him sort of a silent look, and Corum's like, well, I mean, duh.
No.
My wagons are parked outside. If he tries to burn those wagons, you got to stop him. But also, I mean, you should help out Jim and Jill. They're great. They're good people.
Well, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, if say we don't deal with him tonight per se, it's up to you guys if we just leave tomorrow.
Okay. And at this point, the rest of the crew walks in. So the Colonel and Biddy and Silk Monkey are back in. You guys come inside as well.
So I'll just leave it up. Like I would like to help, but we're employed by you guys right now. So
do you guys want to take a minute and just catch everybody up so they can tell you what they found in their investigations, and you can kind of fill them in on what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll link that to Soliciteur. But what I will do is offer an act of charity to Jim and Jill, and then just say, look, I will provide food for everyone for this evening.
I mean, we have food. That's nice, but if
well, I don't want to put them out of pocket. They're already sort of suffering. So
okay, they want to sell you food though.
I don't want to pay for it. Okay, fine.
If you want it, that's fine. I'm saying if you make magical food, also the food that you make with magic is bad. Like it's hardtack and biscuits. Like it's food that's sustaining and will keep you alive, but it doesn't taste good. But basically, you're like, so what you're doing is the equivalent of, I'm going to a restaurant and then I'm bringing my own Happy Meal.
I brought a sack lunch, my paper bag from home.
Exactly. Tink went to a French restaurant and then opened up a sack lunch. Which, if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you offer,
I feel like that's a bad thing to do.
Offering to create food for Jim and Jill is kind of an insult.
Here, I brought you my shitty magic food.
I don't want to eat at this restaurant. Here, have some dry biscuits and crackers.
I think this is about the 6th time I've had to say this in this session. That was not my intention. Anyway, so fine. Look, yeah.
An act of charity would be to just buy nice food and tip them well. That would be
fine. I understood that when it was first brought up that the creation of magical food was bland but nourishing, and but it wasn't actually unpleasant.
It is nourishing, yeah, but I mean, biscuits will fill you up, and they got plenty of calories in them, but they don't taste very good. Also, the spell description just if you read the spell description, it specifically tells you what kind of food it is too.
So he's come every night though.
Yeah, so Korum's like, well, I don't know. What do you guys want to do? What do you think you like? He basically looks at you. He's like, you're the professionals. What's the plan here, Stan?
Well, so do we know?
He specifically seems to be looking at Slexy for some reason. He has come to the conclusion that Slexy is your leader. What's the plan there, Solicitor?
So, I have an idea.
Okay, well, we'll listen to Silk.
Okay, so, as far to the best of our understanding, no one yet has tried to talk to this maniac and find out what his story is.
And so, okay, at that point, Jim interrupts you. He goes, "Oh, good God, no! The town sheriff tried to talk to him and calm him down, and he was like, "What do you want? Please don't." What? And the guy just summoned this giant monster of fire, and the fireman just picked him up and burned him alive.
Okay,
we tried, but it seemed badly effective.
Okay. It wasn't clear from the earlier account that was because they hadn't talked to him.
Well, you were outside. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we have to find a way to protect the wagons, make sure they don't get burned. Foremost.
So I want to ask if they can, why 2 weeks ago? Like, what changed in the village from 2 weeks ago to now? Like,
we don't have any idea. We're just we just humble merchants. We don't know. The guy just showed up one night and started setting people on fire.
Are they telling the truth?
Make an insight check. Yeah.
All of us.
Anybody who has reason to suspect that they're not being honest, feel free to roll.
I mean, I've traveled through inns and I've met dishonest people, so I'm going to be suspicious.
My insight is +7, so I should be able to pick.
Mine's +5.
Yeah. You don't need a reason to suspect someone's blind.
Yeah, I have a 20.
Okay, they seem to be perfectly honest and scared out of their goddamn minds.
Okay, so they don't know more than they're saying, and they are genuinely freaking out.
Yeah, they are very scared individuals, and you don't have any reason to believe that anything they've said, that nothing they've said suggests to you that they're maybe being dishonest. They just seem like a couple villagers. They seem like a couple innkeepers who are scared and worried that somebody's going to burn down their home and business.
Marty's going to ask, so do these attacks come at the same time every night? Like, do we know when he's coming again?
Yeah, it usually shows up right as the moon hits its peak. I mean, it's probably one of them druid things, I'd guess. I don't know. You know how druids are. He seems like sort of vaguely
racist against you.
Little bit, yeah.
Well,
so
a little.
Did it start at the full moon, or was it in a sort of gibbous state, or what?
I mean, he comes every night regardless. He just arrives when the moon is at its zenith. It's not really. I don't think it's any particular phase. I don't remember what moon it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the moon was waxing gibbous.
Fine.
Okay, well,
part of me would want to see if we could find this guy's hideout and deal with him there rather than fighting him when he's already here, because collateral taking the potential damage away from the inn and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. It's about 6 p.m. right now.
And yeah, we don't have time. And sounds like he can just teleport almost, like he just appears here, right? So for all we know, we could end up at his hideout and he could just appear in town, right? So we.
Oh no, he flies to town. Jim says when you ask that. Oh yeah, he's a druid.
Flies, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Does he count as a bird?
I mean, last time he was some kind of hawk. I think. I don't know. As soon as we heard the flapping of the wings, we fucking ran inside and locked the door.
I'll ask, is there anywhere safer to put the wagons, or that's the safest spot we have for them right now?
I mean, the safest spot would be the fuck out of town. I wish I had something better. This is bad for business. But as far as I know, there's nowhere apart from not here that's more safe. I wish I had something.
Okay.
Oh, he hangs his head and looks ashamed because his guests feel unsafe in his house.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll turn to you guys and be like, well, we should. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, we need to set some sort of trap, I feel like, or some sort of diversion. This guy seems really powerful, obviously, and talking to him doesn't help. I don't know what we would do, but I feel like we need to do something to get his attention.
Martha Toss, you have a bow, right? You attack from a distance.
Martinique or Barditas? Martinique.
Martinique. That's what it is.
That's a nice conjunction. I like what you headed with that.
I don't see your names all the time, so it's
Martha Toss is some kind of weird silk colonel.
Yeah. So Colonel, you have a bow, right?
No, I just assumed they were fucking. They're a couple now. It's like
music attacking from a distance. Then yes, the bard also has range.
They're a couple now. Like
I'm just saying that not all of us need to be out there.
They're like Benifer or
in a roof or in a tree or something and keep.
Yeah, we can hide, set up an ambush.
I'm officially shipping you guys now. You're like Benifer. Or Brangelina.
The collective noun.
Martathos.
I think
Brangelina equivalent.
Can we set? I think the prudent thing to do might be to send our innkeepers and wagons out of the village.
This is the next nearest.
So Jill goes, "Oh, that's so nice of you. I appreciate it, but I'm not leaving my home.
Yeah, they're not.
Anything I can do to save my inn. If I was willing to leave, I'd have gone by now. But if the inn goes down, I'm going down with it." And Jim's like, "Yeah, me too."
Well, because the thing there is, like, we can fight, but if their place catches on fire, we're not going to take the time to try and put it out. They're the only people defending their place right now.
Do we know what race this druid is, or just he's always in another form, so we don't know?
He's a half elf.
Oh, half elf.
Oh,
yep.
Also, who has dark vision?
I do.
Okay.
The moon will be just to mention, the moon actually will be full tonight. So,
okay.
It will be a little dark, but not super dark.
All right. So we should plan our ambush. Or do we want to check on the Johnsons or whoever's the other people in town?
I think we need to get we need to get the wagons out, because that's what we're paid to do, and then we can try to help.
The problem is if we put the wagons out of town, someone's going to have to stay with them.
Yeah.
So
that splits the party.
When you mention the wagons, Corum and Jorm go like, "Well, I mean, I don't give a shit about the wagons. It's the stuff that's in them. So we'll bring the chests in here, and we can board ourselves up in the basement."
That was going to be the next suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Good idea. That. We'll do that. Okay. So Corum and Jorm go outside and start getting the wagons and taking them down to the basement.
I think speaking to the
and they're like, "We'll help."
Remaining occupants is a good idea as well.
They're also we'll help Jim and Jill defend the inn if it comes to that.
Okay.
And what's more, we should bring in the survivors into the inn as well.
Okay.
Well, we should go check on them if they don't want to come in. Like...
So why don't Slex and I perform a mission of mercy in that respect?
Okay. So the Johnsons live in this house over here.
You might want to bring me in case you need to try to talk them into it, because I'm very much into it.
Before we go in, I will.
You've got some. I mean, it'll only take you 10 minutes to like a couple minutes to walk across. It's just like across the street, so you can just walk over there.
And I can be very persuasive.
Yeah.
Fornicate.
Come in.
Just use it on the Johnsons.
So who wants to go talk to the Johnsons, or do you all want to go?
I'm gonna go over to the Johnsons.
Hang on. We're only going to talk to them. We don't want to intimidate them. You know, we don't all of us need to go.
That's the thing is, I'm going to cast Disguise Self, which my Furbolg one, which lets me appear human-sized.
Okay.
I'm going to look the same, but I'm just going to be.
You're scaling it down to be less intimidating. I got you. That's a good idea. Furbolgs are still unusual, although you didn't get the normal kind of odd look that you got. That you would ordinarily get in town. Jim and Jill they didn't seem to be much fazed by the fact that you were you got the impression that you're not the first Furbolg they've seen.
Okay.
And you were looking for Furbolgs, weren't you?
I am indeed.
Yeah, you get the impression that you're not this ain't their first rodeo when it comes to meeting a Furbolg.
Okay, guess we go over and knock on the door.
You guys walk over to the Johnsons and knock on the door. Nobody answers.
Okay. Look in a window.
So
Hello?
you start peeping around a little bit and looking in, and then you hear from what sounds like down in the cellar, "We hear you up there, go away!"
We're just making sure you're alive and okay right now.
"We're fine, go away, please don't burn our house down."
Okay, well, we're just adventurers passing through. We're staying at the inn. Just
Wait, did you say adventurers?
Yes.
Are you gonna murder that fucking
Of
druid
course.
for us?
well,
We're
we're
gonna-
gonna
we're
do
gonna-
what we can.
So murder him,
Trying
got
to
it.
Solve the problem.
So you hear some rustling, they come around, and then one of the windows opens a little bit, and you see what appears to be a very, very scrawny looking peasant woman.
Okay.
And she's adamant. She's like, "You guys are gonna murder that fucking druid, right?"
We're gonna try our best, I guess.
We suggest that you come to the main inn so that we are all together when this creature visits again.
Oh, yeah, right. Like, I'm gonna gather up with Jim and Jill so that he can burn us all at the same time. No way, Turtle Man.
I'm gonna ask. Do you have enough food? Do you have any injuries?
Nope, no. The kids and I are fine, and my husband's dead. The fucking druid already burned him alive. The screams were horrible. I want you to make him suffer the way he made my filly suffer.
I'll nod. I'm not gonna agree to that, but I'll nod.
So her husband was the sheriff.
Yes, you get that impression, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Is there anything else you can tell us that may be helpful?
I mean, he's a druid. What do you want? He's got some kind of fucking fire creature that he summons from nowhere. Picked my husband up and just, I'd say it swallowed him whole, except it's only made of fire. Can fire swallow something? I don't know. All I know is I want that druid's fucking, I want him to, oh, you gotta hurt him so good. She just is so livid that she's actually incapable of speech. She is inchoate with rage. She wants you to not only kill the druid, she clearly wants you to inflict as much suffering as
Torture him
possible
as
on
we
him.
do it.
Yeah. She wants you to kill
Okay.
him, but do it slow so it hurts a lot.
So,
Okay.
so
Awesome.
remind me. Can
Yeah,
I
yeah,
ask?
yeah.
So this was her husband who died. The way this happens is if someone approaches him, he immediately casts a spell, summons some sort of creature of fire, and then uses that creature to attack them. Is that the way that this goes?
I mean,
When he visits town?
so the lady's like, when he killed my husband, he just turned into a bear and picked him up and squeezed him and then threw him to the stupid fire god like he was some kind of piece of trash. And then he started running around some kind of bear monster tearing people up and killing him while his fucking monster burned the village.
Well, the fire monster is something he summons. It's not some other entity that just comes with him to town.
I mean, it didn't walk. Well, he didn't even walk into town. He flew into town, some kind of bird, and then he turned into a dirty, filthy half-elf. Fucking miserable bastards. Kill all of those. Just kill them all. It's the best way to deal with half-elves.
And he starts
I'm
ranting.
gonna put
I'm going to rate-
behind me.
No
Yeah,
offense there,
I'm going
Mr.
to-
Bard. I
I'm
got
going
lots
to-
of half-elf friends, if you know what I'm saying. But your whole race should be ejected from Dragonmyrth.
No offense, but
No offense, but
Yeah.
But but does he speaks and he rants and he does this whole thing before he casts his spell to summon this fire entity?
I mean,
Is that
usually
how-
he does his laughing and maniacal dancing while the creature's attacking. It doesn't he doesn't control it. He just makes it appear and then it burns stuff and then he stands by and watches sometimes. Sometimes he helps. I don't know what the fuck. He's crazy. He's a half elf.
to-
What do you expect?
I'm trying to see if we have a window
Again,
of
no
time
offense,
before
Mr. Half Elf. She points at Barditas.
I'm trying to see if we have a window of time before he summons this elemental, or if it's something he does
Oh, I don't.
instantaneously.
Well,
I mean, you're better to answer that question than I am, Mr. Wizard. There, you're the wizard.
Hmm.
I believe we are not aiding this poor woman in her time
yeah,
of
let's
grief.
we'll
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr. Hey,
so-
Turtle Man, you want to aid me? You make that druid suffer. You pin him down to the dirt and you peel off all of his skin and then pour lemon juice on the wounds.
I'm gonna wander
So-
away at that.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, but if we go back to, on that line of
And
inquiry,
maybe take that bard with you.
we talk to Jill and Jim and just say, look, were there any other adventurers around during the last 2 weeks that have made any sort of attempt against this guy, or any villager who attempted anything?
It's not a super. I mean, it's springtime. Normally, we get a lot of adventures going down, but there's been an undead attack down by the wall, so a lot of adventurers have been heading down to Notch to sort of help out with that. Trade has been slow lately, but I mean, there was a party that came through the other night, or at least they said they were caravan guards, but they were clearly some kind of like they was robbing, like they're robbers or bandits of some variety. But they wouldn't even stay and fight when they saw him come in. They just ran. As soon as he turned into a bear, they ran away.
A bear?
I don't know what to call it. I mean, it sort of looks like a bear, but it ain't a bear. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know why he's suddenly.
I'm predicting it.
Why Jim is like I don't know what it is. It's just it's a monster. He turns into a monster.
Do you guys know what direction he usually fly in from the same place? Like
sometimes he circles. Hell, the other night he just summoned the creature and let it burn the village, and he just circled in bird form over and walked around cawing like a lunatic. He doesn't even always land. Kind
of what direction to look for him from, like the east or the west?
I wish I could tell you more. It's just like up. I don't know. we when nighttime comes, we're inside now. We don't stay out after dark anymore.
I mean, that's the smart thing.
Speaking of which, it is getting dark now.
I'm starting to have some ideas.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, let's share our ideas. My quick idea is we get his attention, we get him to land. When he tries to summon the elemental, I counterspell it, and then we try to subdue him with his inability to have an elemental. Maybe I ready 2 counterspells or something like that. Because it seems like stopping this elemental is going to be an important component of any engagement.
So just to give you an idea, you will not have an opportunity to change your spells. So whatever you have prepared is what you're going to have, because you have to complete
one instance of.
You got to do a long rest.
You have to complete a long rest to change them, though.
I also think that we should be hidden from view, because it's.
I was going to suggest hiding in a tree.
Yeah, like
and also
in.
So let's say you guys get done with the Johnsons and you guys go back in the inn and get at a table and start eating dinner, and you're talking strategy in the inn now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that we need to be hidden from view, since we know he flies in hawk form most of the time and he's not expecting resistance. That we shouldn't give him a reason to not land. You know what I mean?
What time is it?
Right about now, it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Say a quarter till.
We got a couple of hours.
Yeah, you got 4 or 5 hours. 4 hours and change-ish.
Perhaps some of us should hide in the Johnsons, and
she will not willingly let you in.
Maybe we should just hide in the inn then.
There's some structures.
Jill's like, I don't think Johnson's going to let you in her house without a
What's
fight.
this place off to the left?
We haven't seen anybody in that thing. I don't think anybody's there. I think they left. That used to be where the Smiths live, but I haven't seen them, and it's been a week. I think they may have left town.
We should investigate that.
Does he try to attack occupied structures more, or does he doesn't care?
I wish there was a rhyme or reason. Again, we spend most of our time hiding, so we're not taking detailed notes, but he runs around screaming and cackling like a maniac when he's a human and roaring when he's a monster. I don't think it doesn't seem like there's any kind of. I wish that there was logic. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't seem motivated in anything in particular other than suffering.
I think if this house is empty, this might be a good place for us to hole up and wait for him to get here. I don't know if you guys want to be split up and hiding in multiple locations, but this house, the Smith's house, might be a good place for at least some of the party to hide.
When it gets dark, but before he gets here, I'm going to go over to the horses and gather them up.
I mean, that's now. You can whatever you'd like to do with the horses is fine. Corum will come out and help you.
I was going to cast my tiny hut and put them in it.
Okay. The horses. Do you want to put the innkeeper's livestock in there too? They have a couple cows.
Sure, I can fit. I think 9 creatures.
We could also put like the innocent humans in
you're only going to be able to get about 4 creatures because these horses are bigger than people. So.
Are they medium? It just says 9 medium creatures.
Horses are not medium. They are actually bigger. Otherwise, you couldn't ride them. Horses are large. So you can do 4 horses, or like if you want to put just the horses in, but that means the Johnson's cows are kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But then again, they've been out every night for 2 weeks, and they're the one thing that the Druid hasn't fucked with. So.
Well, I don't expect them to fuck with the animals, but.
We don't want them to know there are extra horses here. We don't want them to know that we're here. So hiding the horses seems like.
So do you want to also try and hide the wagons?
That might not be a bad idea.
Hide them in some trees or bushes, or by these trees over here.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, I think getting stuff out of sight might be.
Yeah.
Well,
Even if we
you're
get
in the
down-
plains, so there's not really anywhere good to hide. Like one of these copse of trees
there's
is
not a lot
about.
we can do.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do to conceal a wagon.
We'll
You could
just leave
maybe
it out.
take them over under those trees and probably pile some sticks or brushes on them or something if you wanted to do that. That's
Yeah, I think
probably
that's
about the best you're gonna do.
We'll just leave it out and try to.
No, I think it's good to hide them because he's gonna come and fly in and see there's a wagon and know that there's more people here. So it'll even if he doesn't notice them instantly, that's still a little bit of an advantage that we can try and maintain.
So from the descriptions that you've gotten from Jim and Jill and then also from Mrs. Johnson, you get the impression that this guy likes having an audience. So that him knowing you're here may not necessarily, it's not like it's going to scare him away. He doesn't seem to be frightened.
Well, then
Yeah,
let's
well,
do the
we could leave
opposite.
them
Have a
out.
bagpipe concert out in the open, and
That might actually scare him away.
The
I
bagpipes,
mean,
yeah.
like,
Not the concert, but specifically a bagpipe concert.
well, that might not be so bad anyway, I suppose. But I guess we want to engage with him, so maybe that's
Alternatively, if he turns out to be anything like me, if he finds a bagpipe concert, he's going to do everything he possibly can to stop that shit.
Okay, well, I'll leave the horse. Well, I want to put them in just so that we have at least one. to
Okay,
pull the
you
wagon.
can hut the horses. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
So did you want to put the wagons in a bush or just leave them out?
I will just leave them out.
Okay. So you guys want to check out this house as well then? See what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure there's. no one in
Colonel,
there.
you have some skullduggery-ish skills, correct?
I do.
Do you want to...
I also have thieves' tools, so
Okay, so do you guys want to try and break into this house?
yep.
Sure. Let me
Silk, you
peek
may
in
probably, if you have...
anybody
Colonel,
first.
I don't think you have thieves' tools, do you? Do you have sleight of
I do have
hand,
these
or-
tools.
Okay.
I have sleight of hand.
So you can't
Pretty
try
good
and
sleight.
pick a lock cooperatively, so you might want to decide who's best at it and then have the best person try.
I have +6 to sleight of hand.
Picking locks is actually investigation.
I've got 3.
I've got +4 on investigation.
Okay, so Silk, maybe you want to, I mean...
Yeah, why don't you go first?
Okay. Make an investigation roll. The door is locked, but it doesn't seem, it's not like a fancy one, so...
Investigation. 12 +4, 16.
Okay, it's just like a simple latch, so you get a hook and lift it up and then open it up. It's just an empty cottage. It's a small farm village. There's like a straw cot. It's like a stuffed cot, but it's raised up, but it's filled with like a straw mattress. So it is relatively normal looking villager's house. Nothing untoward or any unexpected. If you said, what should a villager's house look like, this is what it would look like.
Does it look like they left in a hurry? Like they just picked up their shit and left?
There's not a lot left in here. You can tell that people definitely took whatever humble possessions they had. They took them with them because there's basically nothing that wasn't like the larger furniture is here, but nothing else really.
Okay.
It looks like an abandoned hut.
Good for the party to hide out in until he gets here, if people want to hide.
I have a
Bust out
spell
and surprise him.
mechanics question.
Sure.
With bless, it lasts for 1 minute,
Correct.
but as a one first level spell, is it possible for me to extend that and have it remain as its base value?
You can just cast it again.
Okay.
A minute's a long time when you're in combat.
Yeah, a minute to give you a minute is 10 turns, Stink. So
It was more this case of 1 minute before midnight when we expect this character to turn up. If I go bloop on three of us, then
so what the way that I
That's
would
gonna
do
be a
that
little
is
close.
well, no, there's actually an easy way to handle that. Rather than casting a spell over and over again, you can just say, while we're waiting for him to show up every turn, I'm going to ready an action to cast Bless when he arrives. And then you can just do it that way.
fair enough. Okay, cool.
That's usually the easy way to say that's just like you start the quote unquote encounter with a ready spell.
Okay.
I don't remember what casting Bless out of a higher level does. I think it gives more. I don't think it increases the duration. I think it gives more targets. I'm looking though. I'm pretty sure it just gives you more targets.
Bless lets you add a D4 or something
Yeah.
to your rolls, or
When you make an attack
I'm gonna-
roll, or importantly, a saving throw, you get to add an extra D4 to the attack. Or
Yes,
saving.
it's. I was looking at that. That's gonna if this guy's gonna be spouting flame all over the place, then that's gonna be quite. important.
Higher levels lets you cast extra people. So Bless can get 4 people by default, but if you cast a second level version of Bless, you could hit everybody in the party.
I'm fine. Bitter, what's your initiative roughly? Pretty good.
It's like +7 because I get to add intelligence to my initiative as a time mage.
Nice.
So yeah, I have very good initiative. I also have Expeditious Retreat that lets me dash every turn as a bonus action, so I can run in and get close enough to counterspell right as soon as he lands. We just need to make sure he lands.
So I know you're a quick guy. So I will, I guess before I'll touch Colonel's shoulder.
So you guys have been planning and strategizing. It's about 9:30, and you're kind of thinking maybe it's time to start finalizing plans and setting up with where you want to be and whatnot.
Okay.
Well,
Jim and Jill have tidied away the dinner dishes, and they're starting to close the shutters on the inn, and they're filling up buckets from the well and start stacking them behind the bar.
Allow me to assist.
I would prefer that you go and beat up a druid. Thank you, though.
All right. So whoever wants to hide. Whoever wants to stand in the open, be in the open.
So,
Maybe I should be in the open. Maybe I should be his audience, so he'll land and start ranting at me.
You and me could stand outside like we're talking to each other, and
Sure. I keep thinking that maybe Tink's presence would be useful too as a cleric. Maybe he could somehow talk some sense into this raving lunatic.
I also have the highest armor class by some
Yes.
measure. So it just with fire, does it matter? Is it a saving throw or is it merely down to
just
armor
damage.
class? Okay, so can I? Is it
So
possible
make
for
a Arcana roll. Biddy, you and Biddy can talk this over a little bit because you have plenty of time, so you can work together and take advantage if you want.
Yeah, take advantage.
Okay.
Or who has better Arcana? I have +7.
Probably you. Biddy.
I only have +2, so
That's fine. You guys can. You're talking strategy, so you can hash out.
Well,
So I get advantage on Arcana.
Yes.
six in total for me.
Well, if you're
Sadly.
giving Biddy advantage, you're not rolling.
Yeah. No, I only got a 15. Sadly, after
15 is good enough actually. 15's pretty good for a skill check. Also, you should be rolling a d4 because Tink has guidance but never uses it.
Oh.
Anyway, that's good enough. You're pretty sure that what these villagers are describing is a fire elemental. So as far as armor class goes, fire elementals usually try and punch and kick people and burn them to death. So it's there's not really a save. They don't throw fire. It's not any kind of effect that would. It's just like it's a being made of literal fire. You're reasonably certain that's what the people are describing.
And I think what we need to be most worried about is the druid in his animal form, because if I manage to pull this off, I should be able to counter the spell that would summon the fire elemental, hopefully. So what we really need to make sure is we can deal with the bear. Now, does the bear still count as a humanoid once he transforms, even though because he's a humanoid originally, or not?
When in animal form, a druid is not a human anymore.
No.
Okay.
Well, unless they turn it depends on what they turn into, but they are whatever creature type they happen to be.
Understood. Yeah, we just need to subdue this druid once. If everything goes according to plan, I'll counter his elemental, and we just need to deal with the druid himself as quickly as we can once that happens, so he doesn't get a chance to do something else scary.
I would like to disguise myself as Jim the innkeeper, just so I can be a little bit more so I stand out less.
Okay, you can hide of disguise and look exactly like him. It kind of freaks his wife out a little bit when you do that. Oh goodness, what the hell? She's a little verklempt.
I command fornicate at this stage. No, I don't.
I mean, I'm sure the innkeeper would not be super pleased
Happy.
with you telling his wife to, magically compelling his wife to try and fuck a doppelganger.
I do not know what made me say that.
It's the birthday gift she's always wanted.
Nervousness.
I feel like I need an innkeeper piece now.
That's fine. Okay, so you guys are gonna hide. We'll stand out.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like sort of.
I mean,
Okay.
either
So everybody decide where you want to be.
because either he's gonna see us and fuck off.
So
or
Soak,
he's
did you
gonna-
wanna to hide?
Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of like I'm gonna be like
You want to
sort
hide
of
in these
like hiding
shacks?
up against.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we should hide
so-
a few people. Yeah.
Well, so you guys have got bow missile armaments, is that right?
So where are you at?
I
Colonel?
do.
I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to see where
Okay.
other people are going.
So Silk, if you're gonna hide here, make a stealth check.
All right.
Yeah, where do we want to be?
Maybe
I suggest
more.
in front of the
Well, that might
hostelry.
make him attack. me and-
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can stop him
So
before
you
he does
snuggle
that.
in this burnt barn down here. You tuck up in the burnt barn and you're hidden in like a haystack or something, a smoldering ruins of a haystack.
Yeah, we could just be out
Okay.
front here. And... Oh, before Colonel disappears,
Yeah.
I want to hit her with a Vigilant Blessing.
What is Vigilant Blessing?
Gives you advantage on your initiative roll.
How long
Oh,
does
nice.
that last? Is that a spell?
It's
Oh, it's one of your domain powers, right?
yeah.
Okay.
It lasts until I cast it again,
Yep.
or
I got you.
they roll.
Okay. So
Cool,
Colonel
thank
will
you.
have advantage on her first attack
No, on her initiative roll.
on her initiative roll. Got it. Okay.
Can you give that to multiple people? 'Cause
No, I can
wouldn't
only give
mind
it.
that too.
I can only give it to one person. Well, that's why I asked how your initiative was, and you said you'd pretty high. So
I do have very high, yeah. But if I get initiative first, when when the guy lands or whatever, I can run up. But I should be able to do that anyway. I think I'll be able to beat him on initiative, hopefully, and get in range. I need.
well, I
it's
could
only
give it
60
to you.
feet for
I could give
counterspell.
it to you, and then you have advantage.
Yeah,
Because
maybe
you want to
that's
get
the
that counter
best,
spell
yeah.
off. Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
I want to get in range
Yeah,
and do
probably
counterspell and draw his attention.
Okay.
Can I give someone a bardic inspiration ahead of time to try to like help with that?
How long does Bardic Inspiration last? I think it says it lasts till you use it. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. Let's take a look.
It says 10 minutes.
There you go. So 10 minutes. You probably want to wait.
Okay, so I guess I'll ready a bardic inspiration to throw to help out.
That's an excellent idea. Yep.
I also have Chronal Shift that can let me. Bardic Inspiration just gives me one inspiration I can use. Is that what it does?
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a D8.
Bardic inspiration, yeah, it says you get 1d8. You can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So
And then I have that Chronal Shift that lets me re-roll dice twice per long rest. So if I fuck up the counter spell, I can have multiple ways to make sure it gets through. That'll be good.
Okay, so I guess we.
So
just
Colonel, where
are
did you
from-
wind up hiding? Sorry.
I'm gonna hide over here in
In
this
these
workout
buildings?
barn.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
I guess we'll just stand out front, lounge about, look like we're just relaxing.
Sometimes
chatting.
if you're not sneaky, just being out in the open is the best way to go.
But before this fight, can we take like a 2-minute break real quick? Just a
Sure.
bio break type.
Yeah, that's
thing?
fine.
yeah,
16.
that actually sounds like a good idea.
Everybody go. You got a 16, Colonel?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
I would like soothing bagpipe music for our bio break.
There's no such thing as soothing bagpipe music.
I wouldn't say that.
I like bagpipes.
I do too.
Ink wouldn't say that,
Well-
but he's an inveterate liar, so that's why he
That
wouldn't
is
say that.
That is uncalled for.
Nothing pleasant or soothing about bagpipes.
Soothing bagpipe music.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's all pipe that through
Yeah, Google that.
at
Okay.
once.
The second result on YouTube is mindfulness music for concentration, bagpipe relaxing music, and it is a 2-hour-long video.
That video is a fucking lie.
I love it.
I mean, there are, we could Ulean pipes and Northumbrian pipes. The more medieval versions, the older versions, they have quite a unique sound, actually, not like the modern things that you might be used to hearing, which could be more appealing to your ears.
Oh, what those Irish or Scottish battle?
Yeah.
ones?
But the
Fucking-
Northumbrian ones also are really cool. Actually, they've got quite a different sound to them.
Those are haunting.
Yeah, exactly. But the Irish ones also have got a certain level of the medieval about them.
Bagpipe music.
You will never be soothed. That's what we're taking from this.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Bagpipes are super relaxing, and everybody loves those.
Not in your
It's-
campaign, that's for sure.
It's me that's wrong, right, Tink? Yeah, got it. No, you're right. It's the children that are wrong.
All right, so he'll come down. Hopefully, we'll.
Okay, so anybody got anything else to do before the moon hits its zenith, or you just kind of you guys milling about?
I think he has initiative.
Right,
I
okay.
think I've cast
Pete, I
everything.
sent you something. I sent you a Discord DM just asking you
Okay.
a clarifying question.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that's
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta make some rolls. Hold on.
Ready for my counter
Oh.
spelling.
So what? How's the light look right now? Actually,
I mean, it's midnight on a clear moonlit night in the plains, so I would say dim light pretty much everywhere.
okay.
Gotta love that dark vision.
Yeah, who doesn't have dark vision? Who needs to?
I would assume
don't.
that you may have cast light on yourselves, like Tink probably did, because he doesn't have dark vision. So.
Yeah, I'll cast
3
light on
willing
myself.
creatures. So wait, who? I'll activate my Eyes of the Night as well.
Okay.
I give 3 willing creatures night vision up to 300 feet, or dark vision.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
So who has dark vision then?
I can give dark vision to 3 willing creatures.
I need dark vision. I assume otherwise I'll have a less
Biddy and
chance of
Tink, neither one
succeeding.
have racial abilities that let them see in the dark. I don't think Silk, you're a half elf. They don't have dark vision, do they?
I have dark vision. It's
Okay.
60 feet.
So you can,
Colonel?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm a variant
Okay.
human.
Colonel's
don't
a
have
bit-
I'll do that before because it lasts for an hour. So
Okay, that's fine. So you dark vision everybody up. It's like say it about like 2 or 3 minutes before the moon hits its zenith, and sure enough, comes zenith time. You hear the flapping of wings, and then at the other end of town, ho ho ho! A half elf lands. He's like, I see that they have brought me some friends to play with. How delightfully flameful! You shall feel them.
I love how he's upside down.
Is he upside
He's
down?
upside down.
Oh, his base may have broken. Hold on a minute. Let me fix this.
Oh no! I
That's
think
fine. No, that's fine.
No, I will get it. Hold on. Turn this to make this not sticky.
I like that he's upside down though.
No,
yeah, I
there's a-
like it.
It's kind of sweet. Yeah.
It
There's a-
adds extra disturbance.
I built this, and then they updated the mod that makes these bases work, and then
it worked.
yeah. So turn all of this off. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try and get him off. Well, whatever. He has a hat. It's fine. He's upside down. The magic there's a reason I got different bases. They work well. He's standing on his head. He's that crazy. He's upside down. Anyway, he is where he is. Oh, hello, pretty things. And it's gonna be, I'm assuming, an initiative roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me roll some numbers here. Hold on.
And I get advantage on initiative. Is that what we decided?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Sweet. So I got a 25 for my initiative.
Okay.
And once again, I'm at the end of the line.
So Biddy got a
Oh,
25.
I might be right there with you.
Slexy, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
A 6. Tink?
4 plus whatever my pathetic
You got a
base is.
5.
I got a 5.
Yeah.
Tink got a 5. Colonel.
16.
16 for the Colonel. And Silk, what'd you get?
21.
21?
I thought you said 41.
I thought you said 41 too. I was going to say, wow.
All right, hold on a second. Let me order these.
Yeah, if I had somehow gotten a 41, I'd be like, I'm gonna be passing this. This will be
Game over.
We might still fail, but it won't be because we didn't go first.
Okay. So you are up, Biddy. What do you want to do?
I will. Let's see. I will use my Expeditious Retreat, or whatever it's called. Yes, Expeditious Retreat, which is a bonus action. Lets me dash as a bonus action for as long as I'm concentrating that spell.
Okay.
That doesn't prevent me from casting Counterspell as a react, right?
Correct, because Counterspell is not any kind of...
So that lets me go.
Counterspell's not a concentration spell, so...
Nice. So that lets me go here.
Where were you to start? Put yourself...
He was over here.
Because the grid ruler isn't super awesome, so 5,
Oh.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, so you can be here.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't handle angles as well as it should.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're within 60
7,
feet.
8, 9. Yeah. Good. Does it take an action for me to speak to him, or
no? You can talk.
Can
You can talk as part of a move action. So anything you can say reasonably in 6 seconds.
Hello there, stranger. What's your name? You seem like a powerful druid. Perhaps we could join forces.
You can burn, fool. Is what he says.
Then I'll cast Mirror Image on myself as my action.
Okay.
To set up some illusions for protection.
Got it. You are mirrored. Poof. Okay. So Silk, you up.
Let's see here. How far can I throw a major illusion at this guy?
120 feet is the distance for a major illusion.
Okay. I would like a major illusion of. Well, hang on. This guy's wisdom is going to be super high, so I don't know if he's probably going to see through this bullshit.
I mean, Claire, I think druids get wisdom as one of their good saves, so yeah, probably. Like, he's going to be relatively hard to ensorcel-ish. Or that would be a reasonable assumption.
I guess
you could move around the structure and still try to stay stealth.
Yep, if you want to try and get closer but remain hidden, all you have to do is just move at half speed, and then you don't have to make another stealth roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and can I move to like the other corner of that? So I'm sort of like
you can move
here-ish.
half your speed. So if you want to just move and sneak, you can move 6 squares. Or if you want to sneak and do something else, you can move 3.
Okay, I'm going to.
That's fine. You're in the building as long as you just say you're like in this square in the building. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess I should probably throw a Bardic Inspiration to someone else.
okay. That's a bonus action. You still have a regular action. How far did you move? Sorry, I should ask.
I moved from
just 3
I
squares?
imagined like being here, so yeah, like a diagonal of like
Okay.
it's like diagonal 2
So
squares.
you can throw you still have an action too. So if you wanted to ready an action for something, or if you wanted to, I don't know what the range of Vicious Mockery is, but
that's 60 feet. I'm going to I want to ready what is it? Discordant Whispers.
okay.
But I'm gonna wait a minute to see.
So
for
if you ready a
people.
spell, you just say when it triggers, and then if that triggering thing doesn't happen, you don't cast it. So
Yeah. I basically need him to get closer for me to be able to do that.
so do you want to just you just say I want to ready a spell for when he comes into range?
Yeah, when he gets within 60 feet.
Okay, so you just say if he gets within 60 feet of me, I'm readying a Discordant Whispers.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So that's Silk. Fires by Night's turn. Okay. Everybody burns. All of us are going to burn. He moves to not there.
He goes way up there.
No, I'm very angry that this mod broke. He actually moves to. It's doing really weird stuff with the snapping too. He moves to there and he starts casting spell.
Do I get to find out what it is? Or
You do not know what spell it is, only that he is casting a spell.
Well, I suspect it's bad, so I will use counterspell.
Okay. Counterspell. Let's see.
If it's 3rd level or less,
Yep.
it just succeeds.
Okay,
If it's 4th or higher, I did make a check.
You counter a spell.
Okay. Well, hopefully that was a good one.
Pathetic fool! Stupid wizard, feel the wrath of my fires!
Well, it made him mad, so that's probably good.
Well,
that was his turn, so it is now the Colonel's turn.
Okay, so I would like to. I mean, I'm inside this building, so tell me if I can do a double move.
So do you want to stay hidden, or do you care that they know that you're there?
So I'd like to double move and then use cunning action to
hide again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that. Make a stealth check then.
You're
I
just
will-
all over the
There we go.
Make a stealth check. And tell me what you got.
Ooh.
+6 is 8.
Okay. He knows you are there.
Damn.
Sneaky git! Nobody hides from the shadows of flame.
Man, this
All right,
boss fight,
Lexi, you're up.
specific text responses.
Okay. How far can I move? 30 feet? Yeah. I'm just going to move forward. Well, I can't really do anything. Maybe I should just double move.
Might dodge. Lots of stuff you can do.
I've actually never dodged before, so I don't know if
Dodging's
that-
super useful.
Yeah, I'll dodge. Why not? I
Jump
don't want to get all the way up there, but
in the time.
You up, Tink.
So
actually, can I? I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith at Bitter.
Isn't Shield of Faith self only?
Nope, 60 feet bonus action. It gives them +2 to AC.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay, Biddy, you shielded,
Sweet.
and also mirror imaged.
Yeah, I also have the shield reaction too, so I can get I'm like impossible to hit right now.
That is a concentration spell for me, by the way. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna.
Well, I appreciate that, but I should be pretty safe. So if you have to break that spell, it's probably not the end of the world.
What are we doing here,
It's-
Tink? Come on,
It's a just in case.
I mean, if
you're taking this turtle role play to the extreme.
You're good.
I think what I learnt from the last session was talking over everyone else doesn't really make things very much easier for anyone. So I'm just letting everyone do their bit. Now it's my turn. Now I will talk. So bless, right?
Mhm.
So 30 feet. Is that going to have the effect from dear Slexi's character?
It's wherever you decide it is. So the range on the spell is 30 feet. So you could target it at Slexi, but in that case, it's only going to get Slexi and Silk because everybody else is too far away.
Well, that'll have to do.
Not a bad move, but
You can move. You can move.
Also, yes,
Yeah,
if you're going to do that,
yeah.
you should move first.
Exactly. Oh, move first. Yeah.
Yeah,
You could get
you can
yourself-
move and then cast a spell so that you're also included in the area. That'd be the good way to do it. Where's the thing I'm looking for here?
There I am.
building.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Turtle just climbed on top of the rock to sun himself, or the building rather. I guess it's also
But
nighttime.
by the light of the silvery moon.
There you go, Colonel.
So let's go bless on the dear Forberg.
Why did this thing? How do you lock you onto that base? Oh, not working. I mean, Bless doesn't really have any, like, there's nothing you really need to do there. It's like, Tink, if you're blessed, it's just okay, you're blessed.
Yep.
Huh. I'm gonna have to tinker with those and figure out how to stick stuff to them. Okay, so Tink casts Bless. All right, Biddy, back to you then.
Sweet. Well, time to try to cast Hold Person on our friend here.
Okay.
He's still a person, as
Yep,
far as
he
I
is
can tell.
indeed a person. You are correct.
I do have it prepared as a 3rd level spell, although I don't think that matters here because it just lets me have extra targets.
Yep, you can
And
hold
I
more
don't-
than one person. Okay, so you're casting Hold Person.
I am indeed.
DC 17 Wisdom, correct?
Yes.
All right, he is held.
Nice. All right.
Silk? Do you want to move,
I
Biddy?
guess. Yeah, there's range. I can move out of range, and it's
Once it's
still
in
held
effect,
down.
as long as you concentrate on it. Yeah, you don't have to stay within
Okay.
range once it's in.
Then
Same
and since it's in, now my dash concentration is broken, so I can only move normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll just back up like that. And yeah, that's my turn. I guess my copies just follow me automatically? Okay.
I don't think Mirror Image requires concentration, does it?
No.
Yeah, I
Think
don't
so.
think so. It just lasts like 10 rounds or something. They do, so Mirror Images do other, like it makes they do, think Mirage from Apex Legends. They don't do exactly what you do, but they do stuff that makes it difficult to tell who's who. So
I see. Yeah, I'm reading that.
when you run, they run along with you, but not necessarily in exactly the same direction. So that's Silk's turn. You currently have a helpless target.
He's paralyzed, so you get, if you can get up right up to him and just hit him, you get advantage on the attack and automatic critical if you're within 5 feet.
I don't think I think even if I sprint, I'm not going to get there.
Well, just start moving toward him. He's going to stay paralyzed as long as he keeps failing his saving throws, and if he succeeds, I'm going to use Chronal Shift to make him re-roll it.
Control
6. Then now I'm going to throw some. Let's see here. Do I want to throw? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to throw my. Since I've been preparing, I'm going to throw my Discordant Whispers.
Okay. What does Discordant Whispers do? That just does damage, right? Dissonant Whispers, I'm guessing, is what you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
It's a wisdom save or damage. Okay. So you cast Dissonant Whispers. He fails. Roll damage.
noise.
Nice.
But it's not going to move because he's paralyzed.
Oh, actually, Chronal Shift only works if I'm 30 feet away, I think, so I need to move back up to him.
I believe 3d6 on Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, I will trust you on that. I can't find my Trove link closed, so
yeah, 3d6 on, it's 3d6 psychic damage on Dissonant Whispers. So throw a 3d6. There's more.
Okay.
Over there. Just go loot the Colonel's pile of dice if you need more.
Okay.
My horde.
Your dice castle. So 4. Oh, what do we got? Oops, sorry. Looks like 8.
2, 3, 4. So
9.
9.
Okay, he takes 9 damage. Grr, and he would be trying to run away, except he's paralyzed, so can't do that.
Cool.
Was that a first level spell? By the way, you didn't cast that out of a second level slot or anything. It does more damage if you bump it. Nope, just first.
That is it. No, I have that as a first level.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, you can cast out of a higher spell slot because you're a bard, so you don't prepare a spell at a level. You could make that. You could make that a 3rd level Dissonant Whispers. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. I just want to make sure it was first level. Okay.
Yeah, it's first, and then.
All right. So Silk moved and cast a spell. Do you want to give anybody a Bardic Inspiration die or anything with your bonus action?
Yeah. Who's who have I not inspired?
Me?
Yeah. Let me Bardic Inspiration the Colonel.
What's the range on Bardic Inspiration?
60
60 feet. It might just be person you can see and hear you.
A person within 60 feet that can hear you.
Okay.
I feel inspired.
Yep. Colonel is inspired.
Cool.
All right, Colonel, get a Bardic Inspiration die, but it is the Druid's turn. So fires by night. Turns into a bird.
Fudge.
He has to succeed in being unparalyzed, right?
No, he doesn't.
It's a paralyzed creature can't take actions, right?
Except that they can take actions. Yes, to shapeshift is just a bonus action for them.
Oh, okay, all right.
He will shapeshift into a bird and fly over here and turn back into a human. That's it. That's your big go-to. He casts another spell, and a giant cloud comes over here.
The paralyzed creatures can't move either, right? Like, does he somehow not get paralyzed?
As soon as he turned into a bird, he is no longer a person, so that spell goes away. You can't hold person a bird.
Goes away too? That's so odd. Okay, well, fair enough.
Shapeshifting druids are tricksy.
They are.
Alrighty.
So he shifted into a bird, flew over here. Actually, he moved too far. Birds are fast, but not quite that fast.
Ooh, nice.
And now he has cast a spell. You hear a rumble and a rumbling in the sky, and there are some clouds in this area right here, and a lightning bolt spears down from the heavens. Biddy, you need to make a dex save.
Interesting. I have Bardic Inspiration, right? So I can add a D8 to that.
Right.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Yes.
You can add after you roll too, so you can roll.
Oh, I
before
can
you
wait
decide.
until and see what I
Yep.
roll. Okay.
Bardic Inspiration is real good.
Do I get to find
I
out if
roll-
I
I
succeed in
roll
the
as well?
check? Before?
Just tell me
No,
what
no,
you get. You just roll your save and tell me what you get.
You can't use it if you know the result. You have to decide if you're taking it before.
It's a dexterity save. You
It
said
is.
I rolled a 13 and I have a +3, so it would be a 16. I think I better throw on the
Do I-
D8 just
do I
in
roll-
case.
Do I roll as well?
Nope. That's not so call lightning is a static effect that lasts around for a bit, and then he can use it to make lightning.
Oh wait, no, or no, I guess it doesn't matter with my duplicates, right? I assume it doesn't. That doesn't affect it. My mirror images.
So AOE's mirror image, I don't think stops an area of effect spell, which this is.
Yeah, each time a creature targets you with an attack, I assume that's not targeting me.
Correct.
Okay, let me find a D8 here. Sorry. Where are we?
I've got one over by me.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I'll roll that one here.
Just when you need to die, check the Colonel's Horde.
Gotcha. So that's adding the 7. That's a total of 23.
Okay, you made your save, so let's see what kind of damage we get here. Oh, that's too many dice. So take 5. A lightning bolt comes down and bam! Lightning bolts you a little bit.
All right.
And he is done. Colonel, you up.
Can you remind me how insightful fighting works again?
So you need to be within, I believe, 60 feet of a target, and you spend your bonus action to study them, and what you make an opposed check. I believe for you it's an insight check.
Okay.
And if you make that check, you have advantage on them for 1 minute without, unless you use it on some other target, without actually having to have advantage. Or you can apply sneak attack without advantage.
Right. Okay.
So you need to be within 60 feet and able to see them, neither of which you currently are or can do.
Yeah, so I definitely want to move within range of that, but not get into the lightning bolt range. Why am I falling down?
I don't know. Your guy's when he gets close to the edge of a building, he's clipping. This model's kind of wonky. It might be the building is bad.
It might be the building just overhangs a little bit.
The physics in tabletop sim can get a little weird when you start getting a bunch of stuff on the table that isn't necessarily designed to work together.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can move up to here, I think.
Are you still sneaking?
Not.
He knows you're there.
He
so
already
I
knows
would
I'm
think
there,
not.
so not
Okay.
necessarily. And then I'd like to. So that was just my move.
Yep, that's
Yes,
a move action, and it's a bonus action to study him. So you would still have an action of some variety.
Can I shoot my bow at him, or does this
Yeah.
count as blocked visual?
He will have cover, but you can shoot at him.
Okay, so I'd like to use my bonus action to study him and then
Okay.
fire my bow.
Make an insight check.
And I think you're inspired too, so you can also.
I wanted to try that again later. I rolled a 1, so
What's your total? There's no fail. It's just you get a number, and if you beat him, it works, and if not,
plus 8, so 9.
Okay. You cannot discern from his style of fighting what the best way to attack him is, but you can try again. Not this turn, but like next time you have a
later.
bonus action. Yeah.
I'm
The
still
nice
gonna
thing to that is if it fails, it doesn't have any.
negative
Right.
impact.
You just
Okay,
try
well this
again.
is just me firing an arrow at him.
Okay.
Plus 6 is 17 to hit.
Nope, that's a miss, but only because of the cover. So you tink one in, and it goes plunk and like ricochets off a bush.
Okay, that's my turn.
Lexi.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to him.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud.
What is Spirit Shroud?
It's a bonus action, range of stealth, concentration. So I'm losing the concentration on Bitter.
Gotcha.
That's fine.
I get to make an extra 1d8 when I hit a creature, and they can't heal.
Okay, nifty.
Also, their movement speed is 10.
Cool. Okay.
So I have to choose them though. So I choose him. His movement speed is 10. Then I'm gonna hit him with just a melee.
Okay. So your melee swings just do a little extra damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hit him with my mace.
Swing away. The Colonel has all the You know what? Here, just to thwart the Colonel. There you go.
Yeah.
16 plus 8. Or 6 plus 8. The 14?
14? That's a miss. Are you blessed? Aren't you blessed? Did you roll your d4?
Oh, yeah, I have bless.
Don't forget about blessing. Everybody always forgets bless. As someone who frequently plays clerics, it's super frustrating.
17?
That's a hit.
Okay.
Tink over there quietly paying the bills.
Yep.
1d6 plus 5. So 7.
Okay, 7 extra damage. Got it.
Oh, plus a d8 for my...
Oh, throw a d8 on there.
Jesus.
So 6 plus 7. And I think it's like...
Did you get another 6, so 13?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Tink?
Okie dokie. I will attempt to get in close range and do inflict wounds on this sucker.
Okay, so just walk up to him.
Doop doop. So now
make an attack roll.
Can I cast guidance upon myself?
You can, but guidance works for skill checks.
Fine, fair enough. Okay, that's what I thought you were going to say.
So you're just gonna attack him here and try and touch him. So that's just +4 to your attack roll. So d20 +4. What'd you get?
Ugh, 8.
That's a
plus.
miss. Oh,
yeah.
Don't forget you're blessed. Even the cleric's forgetting his own bless. Roll it.
Yeah, well,
So you get a 12 plus
1.
Oh, 13 is not good enough. Okay, so that's a miss. Biddy, you go.
All right, I will approach. That's probably a good spot here. And
you
I
may
will
want to leave the circle.
Yeah, you might want to get out of that call
It's
lightning.
still being. Oh, I see. It's
Yeah.
still like active or whatever. Okay.
Yep. There's still storm clouds are rumbling up above you.
All right, and so I'm out of the circle now, right? I'm good.
Yep.
I will attempt to Crown of Madness our druid friend.
So just so you know, Crown of Madness is an amazing spell, but it ain't gonna be so great here.
Well, I think why wouldn't it be? Because
He's already
he can,
mad.
he can turn.
Well,
No,
he's
I
gonna
think because
he's gonna
he's humanoid.
well, no, he works because he's humanoid, but he's just still gonna attack you guys.
Yeah, but it'll be a melee attack, not a spell, right? I can use up his action with melee attacks, which I assume he can't attack that strongly in melee attacks. I assume he's more of a spellcaster, so at least I can like waste his action every turn. But perhaps it's not worth it. I don't know.
Let me read Crown of Madness
and it does say humanoid, so if his transforming is something that he can just instantly get out of it, I won't bother with that. Then if he can just bonus action his way out of it.
Humanoid of your choice. Okay, so I'm reading it. Yeah, you can decide who he attacks, but you would have to have him attack some, like you could make him attack, for instance, a particular target, but he still attacks them.
Can you make
Yes,
him
but
attack
it's a melee attack, so I would assume that
he will use. Yes, you're correct. He will use his action to make a melee attack, but also, it's not a bad idea because it lets you pick who he attacks. You get a turn determine who he attacks, so you can make him attack somebody that's hard to swing at. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, or like Tink can get inside his shell or something and just beat away on him and do nothing. But my confusion is, can he turn into a bird to end the spell just without any effort?
Yes, because it doesn't take away all his actions. It just forces him to use his action to make a melee
Yeah.
attack against somebody. He still
And
has
the
a
birds
move
have-
action. Shapeshifting is a bonus action.
Okay, so
for
it
this
really
turn.
doesn't do any. He can instantly get out of the spell. So I mean, I would only get him for one turn if I did. So I won't bother with that then. I think I probably just wanted to just dish out some damage on him at this point. Then if those are my options, so maybe I will just hit him with a firebolt here. I think that's one of my better damage dealers. So I just make a ranged attack, spell attack, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Crown of Madness is super awesome when there's more than one enemy. When you're fighting
Yes,
one thing. Like Crown of Madness against the trolls would have been great because you could have made one wail on the other one.
Yeah, well, if he couldn't have gotten out of it, I still think it would be good here. But
Yeah, well, because you could just make him swing at somebody who, like, you could say he's going to attack Tink, and then you just have Tink, who's hard to hit, dodge, so he almost never gets hit. There are useful ways to do against single targets, just maybe not against this guy so much.
so my wand.
Although there is a limit to the number of times druids can wild shape in a day, just to point that out too.
Oh, how many times?
It depends on their level, and you don't know whether this guy has more or less. So,
I mean, like, what would be the range of conceivable answers to that question? I mean, is it 1 through 3, or like 20 through
someone
50?
never played
eventually it gets to as many times as they want if they're a powerful enough druid. So you don't really have any idea of how to gauge it.
Okay.
High level druids can shapeshift at will.
So my wand says the total attack bonus, I think this is counting my intelligence and stuff, is +9. So I would add that to my ranged attack.
Correct.
for
You
a
would roll a
firebolt,
d20
right? So-
and add 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got a total of 13, unfortunately. So
Okay.
I'll probably miss
That's
it.
a whiff. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just hang out here and just keep.
Okay,
helping
so
out,
you're up.
Let's see here. Can I throw a? Let's see here. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is only 30 feet. That's pretty far. He's pretty far still. I guess we're gonna go for some Vicious Mockery.
Hey yo.
Vicious Mockery goes,
I
what,
think I-
60?
Yeah. So I may need to move slightly to.
Yep. You may have a tough time getting that on him without being in the Call Lightning.
Where can I move? The right? Is there a spot I could conceivably stand in and to mock him without?
I don't see how you can do that without taking a double move to get a little bit closer, or without standing under the Call Lightning. Call Lightning doesn't hurt that bad. Get hit by a bolt of lightning doesn't necessarily end the world, especially if you're decent at deck saves. But you do you.
Yeah. My deck save is like +6, so
I don't see a way for you to get in range to throw a Vicious Mockery if it's only 60 feet without. There's no path around. You don't have to. You could also just double move and not attack. I mean, you got options, but
I think I'm gonna risk it on the lightning, and I'll move up and throw some Vicious Mockery at him.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I'm here.
And then it's Wisdom save for Vicious Mockery.
Yep.
What's the DC? 15.
15.
He made it.
Damn.
That's still half damage though, right?
Nope. Vicious Mockery doesn't do any if they make their save.
It's an all or nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Vicious Mockery is not really about the damage. It's about
what's
giving.
the DC he has to make? Is it a Wisdom save? Or
Yes.
What's
For
what's the
against Silk Spell, it's 15.
well, never mind. I could make him re-roll. I still have 2 re-rolls.
You can absolutely do that. Yeah.
But I think that he's gonna make it.
He passed on so he rolled a 12 and he passed on
Yeah,
that. So he's got a
it's
pretty
wi-
good bonus
it's
to wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's a
gonna do
druid.
it. It's not worth it here. I'll save it for
Okay.
when we really need it.
Anything else though? Bardic Inspiration for anybody? Anything like that?
I don't think I've gotten our tortoise, and I think I've got one more use of Bardic Inspiration today,
I
or
believe
without
you're correct.
resting. So
You've used 2 so far.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you hit 3. Give
yeah,
one to the
so
turtle.
let me. Yep.
Okay. Turtle Man gets a bonus inspiration, and it is the Druid's
You
turn.
should feel inspired by knowing that the bagpipes are coming to support.
Yay! I love those.
Ooh, finally, some worthy foes. This goes away. This appears.
What?
Fire elemental.
And this man is no longer a this. He is now a this.
We can do both of that in one turn?
Yep.
A bonus action to change.
It's a bonus action to shapeshift. It is a action to cast a spell. And he is done, actually. Okay. So it is Colonel.
I would like to attempt to get some insightful fighting going on here.
You got it. Make a roll.
That went a little better.
So
Insight plus 8, so 16 plus 8 is 24.
Okay, you win.
Cool.
So you can use sneak attack damage on him, and even though you can apply sneak attack damage without having an advantage.
Okay, I would like to switch to my rapier and stab him in the face. How many tiles away?
I don't think you can get that far. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30. That's still not
Can't
quite it.
make it. Nope.
Damn. I mean,
you don't have to switch. You can shoot him there with your bow. Your bow does sneak attack damage. You can sneak attack with a bow.
Does it still add 2d6?
Yeah, so just sneak attack. You can sneak attack with a ranged weapon.
I guess so, especially in Skyrim.
You definitely can. That's the rule. There's no disadvantage for sneak attacking. In fact, it's kind of easier to sneak attack with a ranged weapon because you can hide in a bush.
In that case, yeah, I'll shoot him with my bow.
You could pull your rapier out next turn as part of your move.
All right, cool. This is my attack roll. Oof, that was close. Plus 6, so 22.
That's a hit. Yep, roll damage.
Great. That's gonna
D8
be
plus 2d6, or is that a short bow?
Short bow.
Probably 3d6.
So 3.
I can't remember. Are you blessed?
The colonel was too far away.
I was out of range.
A pity.
Wait, was I blessed for my vicious mockery?
Yes.
Vicious
Crap.
mockery doesn't hit. Being blessed doesn't help vicious mockery.
Okay.
Save.
So for the sneak damage, is it just 2d6 or is it 2d6 plus 5 for everything?
So sneak attack doesn't add anything; it just adds bonus damage. But you would add probably your dexterity to your bow shot, which I think is plus 4. I don't remember what your dex is. What's your dex?
My dex is 16.
So that would add 3. So your bow should do a d6 plus 3, unless it's magic in some capacity.
It does a d6 plus 3 normally.
Okay. So a d6 plus 3 plus 2d6. So you're rolling 3d6 plus 3.
Then 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
Okay, 17. Got it. Hold on a second, because these are slightly different.
I see. My notes are about my sneak attack with my rapier, so that's what the
Yes, your rapier has an extra 2 damage because it is magic.
It is magic.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm doing math. This thing has different hit points now, and you did 17 damage?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So that's the colonel's turn, and now it's Lexi. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do a thing. I'm sorry. Huh? Be cool. Okay. He had to make a concentration check.
What is he concentrating?
Probably on that fire elemental.
Ah, the druid had to. I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lexi, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
No, not particularly.
Okay. It's your turn.
Oh, my turn?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just smack the druid again.
Okay, swing away. He is actually an owlbear at this point, by the way.
Owlbear.
You guys recognize this is an owlbear.
So I roll a d4.
Yep, because you're blessed.
Well, 17.
That's a hit.
Plus. And then d6 plus d8. 6 plus, oh god. 6 plus 5. It's 11.
Okay, 11 damage. Got it. Anything else?
I'm gonna select. Oh wait, let me see the distance on it. I need to look at the spell. Oh, really gotta print this off.
I've just been using Control F on the PDFs with multiple copies. Works pretty good.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna keep him. His movement speed is 10 feet.
Okay. The owlbear is slow. Got it. Hank?
I'll attempt to inflict wounds again.
Okay. Make an attack roll. Getting low on first level spells.
18
plus 4.
plus. Yep.
Okay, 22 is a hit. That was a first level inflict wounds?
Yeah.
So that's 3d10, I believe, correct? There's no save against this because it has an attack. I'm pretty sure inflict wounds is 3d10 at first level. I will find.
Do you have higher
Sure,
level
I'm
spell
looking,
slots available, Tink? You should maybe cast it at a higher level spell slot next turn, and I'll give you Chronal Shift if you miss next time.
Inflict
So you
wounds
can do a ton
does
of
good damage if you can get it to land. It's just, it's
Does the damage go up at third level or something, or second and third level? slots?
Yes, it
it's
does.
an extra
It
d10 per
increases.
level every time you bump it. Yeah.
Cast it next turn. Cast it for third level, and I'll try to make sure you.
Okay, so I misunderstood. So I needed to cast that as a second or third or fourth or fifth level spell.
Well,
in
you
order
don't
to
have
get the
access
extra.
to the 5th level spells, so
Okay, so but up until fourth.
you don't have
or
4th level
third.
spells either. So
So yeah, okay. So to get the extra 2d10 damage.
no,
I
inflict
would've-
wounds starts at 3d10, and then if you cast it with a second level spell, it does 4d10. If you cast it as third level spell, it's 5d10.
Yes, exactly. So if I'd cast that as a third level spell, is it too late to suggest I do that?
Yeah, you don't get
Yeah.
a roll to hit and then change the spell level.
You
Do it
gotta,
next
you
turn.
gotta, you gotta do it before you roll.
I'm
'cause
casting
then you-
inflict wounds at level 1. Oh, it hit. No, 7th level. Sorry.
'cause then you're
Aw.
burning that
3d10
spell
is
slot.
good damage. I don't even know why you're complaining. Inflict wounds
It
at
is
level
good
1
damage.
is one of the most effective ways to use a first level spell. That's a lot of damage for a first level spell.
Guess what? It's going to be even bigger damage the next time I do it.
Basically,
Wow.
given
Unless
other
you miss.
clerics, other stuff, it's actually also not super useful. Inflict wounds as you level it up isn't always like empowering. It isn't always a great idea.
First roll is 10.
It's maximum efficiency at bottom level.
The second roll was 2.
Like 16.
Oh fuck! Third roll was 3. 1. Sorry.
Next time,
13.
did he need 3d10 to just take 3 dice and roll them together? So 13
Nice.
total? What was the total? I'm sorry.
Yes, 13.
Got it. Okay. The bear seems like angry, but also maybe hurt a little. Biddy, you're up.
So if I cast Ray of Frost on the Fire Elemental, does that get some kind of advantage because it's cold damage, or does that not matter?
Make an Arcana roll. We'll see what you know about fire elementals.
Good idea.
What'd you get?
24.
Yeah, they tend to take more damage from cold stuff, cold and water.
I still wonder if I shouldn't just focus down the bear though, but I don't know. Maybe keeping this guy distracted from burning things down is a good idea, and slowing his move speed. So I'll try to Ray of Frost the fire elemental.
Gotcha. Swing away.
Yep. Sorry, ranged attack. I don't have. I don't have inspiration or the blessing, right? Yeah, I don't think so. That is probably a hit. That's a 26.
26 hits an elder red dragon, so yeah, that's a hit.
Alrighty. Well, all right. So I do 2d8. No, yeah, 2d8 damage.
Just roll. Well, what's the damage on Ray of Frost?
2d8 because I'm 5th level.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, let me find a d8 here. I can never recognize.
Yeah,
which
the
is which.
colonel is always stealing dice, so they're always over here in a pile. Here's a bunch of d8s.
Oh, these are the d8s. Okay, right.
Does cold damage do anything to normal creatures who have no?
Ray of Frost specifically lowers their movement speed by 10 feet.
But cold damage in general doesn't. I'm just reading my Spirit Shroud, and it does cold, radiant, or necrotic.
Your pick. So, for instance, the reason it does multiple damage types is if, let's say, you're fighting a frost giant, you probably don't want to hit him with cold damage.
Damage. I rolled 8 damage total.
8. Okay, 8 to the fire elemental.
Yes, and its movement speed's reduced by 10 feet.
Gotcha. Okay, hold on a second. So hold on a second. I got to do some quick math. So he took 8, but that's actually just 3 more. Okay. Whoa, those numbers are not. Okay, got it. All right.
Okay. I'll probably just move back a little bit. Just
if you move, you're gonna get punched.
Oh, am I in his range? Okay,
yep,
sorry.
He is threatening you.
Never mind. Then in that case, I'll just stay there.
Silk, you're up.
That's all I got.
Let's see here. So I'm torn between trying, like, I can get rid of the fire elemental if I break this guy's concentration, right?
It might run amok.
Yeah.
He loses control of it, potentially.
Correct.
Okay, so it doesn't go away. He just no longer can direct it to do stuff.
That
which
is
might
correct.
be good or bad.
So in this case, the concentration of fire doctrine that Pete was espousing last time is not going to really help because the fire elemental will then still run off.
Yeah, but we might.
I needed to make a concentration chase, so he's good. All right. Sorry, back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm still feeling like trying to get the if he's still concentrating and controlling this thing. I am blessed, so I might still go for a. I think an image with I've been thinking about something that's one of those so stupid it may get us by, because he responded when I shouted about bagpipes. So I'm going to create an elemental looking bagpipist.
A bagpipe elemental?
Yeah.
Okay, well, personally terrifying to me. Okay, I don't know how super useful that's going to be, but okay.
You mean like one of his elementals, but playing the bagpipes?
Yeah, basically. Let's say it's a frost elemental playing the bagpipes.
Okay.
just to piss this guy off, because fuck him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw I'm gonna try to get a there
you go. Put him where you want him.
Yeah.
I think 60 feet is the range on that.
Yeah, so he can be like over here.
That's probably too far away.
Is there some kind of spell or illusion that lets people fuck with the appearance of the moon, or like make another moon appear in the sky or something? He seems to care about the moon. That might fuck
You
with
can
him
make another moon appear in the sky. That wouldn't be that tough.
You can put it right.
I don't think I have anything that does that.
You'd need bigger than major illusion just because of the range limitations. But yeah, it would.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty. I mean, you can do it. It'd be a high level spell. You're talking like warp reality or something then. Be like
So I think this
level.
guy's like there.
Well, he needs to be in a square, so he can be here or. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's 40 feet. So it could be there, or it could be here, or it could be. I mean, here.
Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, so we're going to have this guy playing bagpipes.
Hold on a second.
Try to draw some hunter.
Okay, and okay. So that was Silk. You want to move or anything?
I'm going to sort of move away from this guy if I can.
Moving away from a fire elemental is not a terrible idea.
I think he hurts things around him just by being there.
I am stuck to the. Okay, it was stuck to me for some reason. I'm going to just sort of move a little like over here. This seems fine. I just want to be like not in immediate punching range.
Gotcha. Okay. So that is Silk. All right. Fires by Night's turn. Biddy, this thing gonna punch you. What's your AC? Well, what's your AC, Biddy?
Well, it's 14, but no, yeah, I don't have the channel anymore, but I do have.
You have mirror image, correct?
I have mirror image, right? So it first has mirror image. It has to roll a d. I have to roll a d20 to see if I can redirect it.
Yep.
So it's when they target it.
Make a roll.
Target me with an attack.
Yep.
And I have 3 images right now. So yeah. So let me. I don't have
trying
to
to
roll
punch
very
you.
high. Yeah. And I only rolled a 2. Well, that doesn't help. Okay. And I also have shield. So he's making a melee
Shield?
attack, right?
Correct.
So if it's after it says,
I think they have to hit you.
Yeah. What's your AC? You don't. You want to know whether or not you got hit before you do
my
so.
AC is listed as 14.
Okay, you have a 14 AC.
14, yeah.
Don't you have Shield of Faith from Slexi?
No, I dropped it.
He stopped it.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. He missed. Okay. Next
Okay,
swing.
easy. Well, I don't have to use shield.
Make a mirror image roll.
Ah, yes. So he gets multiple attacks or something.
He does get to attack more than once. Yes.
Okay, sweet. All right, let's see what we got here. And that is a natural 20. Actually, I will redirect to one of my.
Okay, so one of your mirrors is gone. Poof, and you are safe.
Well, he still has to hit it, but I guess
he did hit it. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
So one of the mirrors is gone. Gotcha. Okay, so that's his turn. He doesn't feel. He's actually going to move to here. And then fires by Night's turn. Okay, so sorry, his stats are different now that he is an owlbear. He is going to take a shot at Slexi.
Yes.
He got a what's your AC?
17.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
He does take 14.
14.
Ouch.
And I have to roll.
He missed. So 7. That's 10 plus the level of spells, the DC for your concentration check. He didn't do enough damage to make it go up.
Ah.
So I roll a 10.
It's 10 plus the level of the spell, whatever. What I don't know. Your Spirit Shroud, I think, is
it's
level.
a third level.
So 13, you need a 13 then.
Okay. Do I get the bless, or is that only for?
This is a concentration check, is a spell check, or is a skill check. So, well, actually, it's a concentration check. It's like a con save. It would apply because it's a save.
Okay. I have advantage because I.
Yeah, you have Warcaster. Yeah. I gave you another D20.
Oh, so that's 4. That's 20.
Okay, you pass. And his second attack was a miss, and it is the Colonel's turn.
Okay. I'd like to move around here. Find the bear. Oop.
Okay.
Stab him in the butt.
And basically just stab him in the butt. Yeah, I want to switch to my rapier and
Shank away. Make with the stabbing. That's the great thing about fighters. They ain't complex. You just go stab.
No, you just run up and hit stuff. 6 plus 8 is 11? No, 12 to hit?
Jesus. 14.
What'd you roll? Yeah, you get a 14. 14 hits. Actually, owlbears are not hard to hit.
Hits?
Yep.
Because he's a big old dude.
He's easier to hit as an owlbear.
That's sneak attack damage. It's gonna be 13.
Got it.
I want to action surge and hit him again.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, swing away.
That should be a hit.
Yep. Don't get a sneak attack twice. You can only sneak attack once around. Even if you action surge.
5 plus 8. No, 5 plus 5. So 10 damage.
Okay. All right, so he turns back into an elf. Except he is in this square.
Yes.
And hold on a second, because I gotta make some rolls. And
I think that's my turn.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Ah, powerful creatures you are. I'm so glad you shall all still burn. Ink, you're up. Oh, sorry, Slexy.
All right.
You're bad. Slexy's up. My bad.
Am I?
Yep.
No.
You're after the Colonel.
Didn't I just go?
No. Just
Okay.
Yeah, you're after the Colonel.
Okay. I'm going to move over a square.
All right.
Both of these guys are within 10 feet of me, so I'm going to choose them both. They can only move 10 feet. That's basically just...
Okay.
I don't want them going anywhere.
Gotcha.
And I'll hit the Druid again. $18 plus whatever.
That's a hit. If you have the dice group selected and you just mouse over them, it'll add them up for you.
It's the plus. I think I have a +6 or something, but 12 plus, I think it's 5. Yeah, 12 plus 5.
17?
17.
Got it.
8's cold damage, but that.
Okay. The damage type doesn't matter against this guy. He doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't mention it before.
Yeah. No, he's good. Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't really have any good bonus things to do. So
Okay, Tink, you're up.
All right. Well, let's keep on with the Lord's work and do some more inflict wounds on the sucker, but this time 3rd level.
Okay.
I mean, you're
You're gonna get punched if you walk over there away from this fire elemental.
Yeah, let him try.
Okay, hold on a second. What's your AC?
21 with the shield.
Okay. Wait. He missed. All right.
There we go.
Damn, you have a very high AC. Holy shit.
Yeah, I made Tink's guy hard to hit.
Nice.
Right, now let's try this.
So just make an attack roll. So 3rd level inflict.
7.
D4.
Don't forget your D4.
If it misses, I'll give you a chronal shift.
Hang on, look, can people just keep their fucking hands off my dice? That would be great. Thank you.
You can roll them at the same time. So
+3.
what's your total?
10 plus 14. Yep.
That's a miss.
10 plus 4. Yeah.
That's
14
that's a
misses.
miss, you said?
Yep.
All right, I got to react and chronal shift, so he gets to try
Okay.
again.
Biddy shifts. Roll again. Just drag select them and roll them at the same time, dude.
10 plus 4, 20.
24.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Woo!
That was 3rd level. Here, 5d10. Roll all of them at the same time.
My lord.
This
Just
will probably
box
smart a
select
little
them.
bit.
There you go.
Give him a spanking.
15 in
Okay.
total.
Got it. 15. Done. Bomb. Anything else?
5d10 only told to 15. That's
Sometimes you roll bad, Biddy.
well, we'll give you another chance next time.
Average damage on that is considerably better. It's what, 20, 26, 25 and a half? 26 and a half. So yeah, it was not a great roll, but not terrible either. 5d10 can be 5.
Yeah.
Can also be 50. It's got a wide variance.
I could also have missed.
That's true. Yeah, it did some damage as opposed
Twice.
to the original miss. Yeah. So you're up. You're up, Biddy.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, not much to gain from trying to crown a madness. This thing, it's just gonna, and it's also
You can't crown a
it's not
madness in
human,
elemental.
yeah, it wouldn't help anyway. So yeah, I'll just honestly, I think we need to focus the druid. I think I've done enough to this elemental. I'm just gonna firebolt the druid.
Okay.
Just try to deal some damage. All right, let's see what we got here. Give it a roll. That's a 18 total.
That's a hit.
Sweet. And then I think I do what, 2d10.
2d10 with firebolt. Yep.
Sweet. Okay. Let me grab some d10s here. Sorry.
I will make some more here. Hold
That
on a
was
second.
sweet.
There you go. Nope. Okay. I accidentally made some debris. There are
Okay.
also D10s in that pile over here behind the end. I don't know why they spawned over here, but they did.
Okay, all right, sweet.
There.
Uh,
If the Colonel would stop stealing all the dice and putting them in a pile.
I'm not doing it this time.
The Colonel is actually the dice dragon.
Yep.
I am the dice dragon.
You remind me
but-
of my friend Paul when we played D&D. Every pen on the table ultimately winds up in his fist. He just takes all the pens and all the writing implements. He always takes all of them.
that's 11.
11 more. Got it. Okay.
And yeah, not
This druid's looking rough. Like he ain't looking in too good shape. It is Silk's turn. Oh, did you do anything else, Biddy?
I don't think I should do anything else. I can't run away from that elemental.
Gotcha.
Properly,
Okay.
So I'll just stick around.
Silk's up.
So I'm gonna move over and shank him.
Good enough.
Sounds
All right. Shanking people is usually pretty effective.
Yeah. I mean, he's not made of like blades or something, so it seems fine. So I'm gonna like move here and shank him.
Okay. Shank away.
So, I have a 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Get in the shank.
I'm gonna grab. Then I need a D8.
That's a 10.
Oh. Damn.
8s are the
Sorry.
red pyramids.
I haven't memorized the colors. Whoop. Oh. There we go. 6 plus 3 piercing, so
Okay.
9.
9 more. All right. Fires by
And,
night turn. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You had more.
And I'm going to bonus action to throw a heal on whoever is the most jacked up.
I think the only person who's taken damage is Biddy.
Yeah,
I'm
so I'm
taking
gonna
damage.
No, I think
Must
yeah.
work.
so-
Oh no,
I'm
you know what?
throwing a healing word.
Slexy got hurt some too, right?
yeah, I barely took any damage. I took 5 or something.
Yeah, I'm throwing the healing word at whoever is the most banged up.
I think
So
it's
Slexy. Okay. How much does that heal? D8, D6.
It is 1d4. Let me double check.
Okay.
It heals 1d4.
Okay. Really? Is that it? Gotta have a bonus or something on it. Otherwise, that's a bad spell. Hold on a second. I think it heals more than that.
What was it, healing
1d4
word?
plus my spell casting.
There you
modifier.
go. I was gonna say it's a better spell
Okay,
than that.
so it's 1d4 plus 7.
There you go.
Plus what?
That's better.
7. Well, your spellcasting ability modifier. So for you, it's
Yeah.
charisma. It can't be plus 7. But
Yeah, I was
what's your
gonna
charisma?
It should be like
4.
plus.
Your charisma's 18.
Yeah.
So it's D4 plus 4.
Okay. So it's 6. Because I just rolled that.
Heal 6, Lex.
Enjoy the soothing aloe vera of my words.
Jesus.
I feel better. Don't worry, we don't want you getting
I
infected.
love the little nose bit. Yeah.
I don't want to get an infection. Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
balm for your wounds.
Wash your hands and make sure you know if you make stool that you cleanse yourself.
Thanks.
Okay.
I
Get
would
hit
advise
hard.
this person is not medically qualified.
I take this heal very uncomfortably.
If you get hit hard enough that you shit yourself, make sure you wash your hands.
I mean, sometimes you face down a fire elemental and you shit yourself while you're burning, and then it's a very unpleasant situation. So you really need to take care of yourself.
So this druid's looking rough, and he's like, "Ah, they're so powerful!" And he spits out blood. He is going to.
You better not
cast
spit
his
blood on
spell.
my shoes. I'm gonna be pissed.
He's more coughing it up, but there's a lot of it, so there's a pretty strong chance some of them might be on your shoes. Hold on, I can look at this spell because I'm not super familiar with this one.
I would opine openly that fire is one of the better preventatives for disease. Burn blankets, burn infected clothes.
if I get the chance, I'm cutting this guy's throat. He's not very friendly, and I don't appreciate the cut of his chin.
Won't me. Okay, so these things always spawn with just grid and snap on. Because they're not supposed to. There we go. Boop. All right. So he is actually going to try and run away. Lexi, you and Tink can both take an op at him.
Oh yes.
Can I not take? Do I not get to smack at him?
No, because he is still in your threatened reach. So you,
okay.
Yep, he didn't leave your threatened area. But Tink and Lexi both get to take a whomp at him.
So with my claws, I presume I don't cast a spell. I presume.
I mean, you could have your mace in your hand if you want to, and hit him with your mace.
But wasn't I touching him while carrying a shield?
You can poke somebody
Or
with your finger while holding a mace in that hand.
Okay. Sure. Let's go with the mace.
It just requires you to touch him. I mean, you can have your fists wrapped around your mace and punch him. That still counts. Don't forget your D4 because you're blessed. You rolled 7 dice and not a one of them.
Yeah.
Tink
Hey,
hates
guess
his
what?
D4.
I hit him.
Tink hates his D4. What'd you get, Tink?
18.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
I
I believe your mace is a D6 plus 1. Lexi, you need to whomp him too.
Okay. With Warcaster, does it have to be a melee?
5.
Because I get to cast
5
a
damage.
spell.
With an attack of opportunity?
What is it?
Yeah, Warcaster lets
So,
you cast a
yeah,
spell.
it will, but you don't get to cast any more spells this turn. Did you cast any spells? I'm sorry. So there's a limit to the number of spells you can cast in a turn. Like, you can cast one spell.
No, I just meleeed them.
Okay, then yes, you may use a spell if you wish.
So what I was asking was, does it have to be a melee or anything, or like close? Does it have to be touch or?
If you attack with a ranged attack while he is adjacent to you, you have disadvantage. But other than that, there's no restriction. Like, what are you thinking about casting? I'm
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just melee him.
Okay.
I don't have good spells right now.
Like, if you wanted to hit him with a ranged attack spell, you can use Warcaster lets you use that, but you have disadvantage when you attack somebody adjacent to you with a ranged attack.
20.
That's a hit.
28.
Roll damage.
Six plus 5, 11.
Okay, he's going down in a heat, but you guys did. Hold on a second. I gotta see if this does damage immediately. Nope, it does not. Okay, so the ground here, what he did before he moved is he cast spike growth. So this ground grew a bunch of rocky spikes and stalagmites and whatnot. And then he tried to step away and you clubbed him to death. So he is now over here and dead and the spikes are gone.
Woohoo!
And the fire elemental goes, finally! Oh! And it is his turn. He is going to try and punch Biddy. He's going to step to here first, though.
I was hoping he would disappear in a puff of smoke.
Yeah, elementals don't really work that way.
I'll make my mirror image check, and I believe I passed. I think I just have to get an 8 now that I'm down to 2 images.
Okay.
And I got a 13, so he goes for one of my images.
All right, it is destroyed.
Okay.
And if you're going to have to roll again.
All right.
Image or you?
And I'm rolling for the image.
Gotcha.
Oh,
did it hit you or the image?
It hit the image.
Got it. So image is gone then.
Yeah, and this time I have to roll an 11. I rolled a 9, so I can't redirect the image.
So the first one got an image, and then the second one got you?
Well, if it hit, I mean, what
it did hit, yes.
Okay, and I don't get to know what the number is, right?
You don't know his bonuses now.
But I can cast shield in response to it.
You can. You get to see his roll. He rolled an 11, which is not super good, but your AC is 17, correct?
My current AC is, I think, only a 14.
Okay, so you see that he rolled an 11 and he has hit you at a 14.
Yeah. All right, I'll try shield anyway just to see if that helps anything. I'll add 5 to my AC, so it'll put me at 19.
You're at 19. He missed.
Sweet. Okay.
So shield saved you. Boom.
Nice.
And it is now Colonel's turn.
Okay. So, I want to get out of this knot of people that we find ourselves in. Can I use
I'm dead.
insightful fighting multiple? Like, it doesn't matter. I can only have it on one target at a time, right? But since the first guy's dead,
Correct.
I can.
You can use insightful fighting on this elemental. Absolutely, yes.
Great. I want to move, I want to back off a little bit and use insightful fighting and switch to my short bow. I don't know if I need to be farther away.
Nope, that's fine. As long as you can see this guy, you can insightful fight him.
Okay, so insight check.
You don't want to be too far away because the short range on a short bow. There's a penalty if you're far away with the short bow shooting it.
Yeah, but then there's also a penalty if I'm too close, right? So...
Only if you're adjacent.
Oh, okay, immediately adjacent. That's probably not going to do it.
What's your total?
I rolled a 4 plus
fire
investigation, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's only a 7.
Yeah, it still worked.
Oh, really?
Fire elementals aren't super good at deception, so
they're just good at punchy.
Not really.
In that case, I would like to roll to hit him.
Fire elementals are kind of dumb and not especially charismatic. He rolled a 5 and his score was lower than a 5. So
okay.
To give you an
idea. So that's 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, and I need another d6. Yoink. (13 plus 3 is 16.
Okay.
Damage.
Can you add more?
And that's my turn.
What's your dex?
My dex is 16. So I got a plus 3.
All right. So how much total? Sorry, I'm bad at math. So
16 all told.
Okay. Good to go. Lexi.
All right. Guess I'll smack the fire elemental.
Okay.
(19 plus 8).
That's a hit.
Uh, 7 plus 5. The 4 is cold damage.
Okay, so you did how much regular damage? 7?
3 plus 5, yeah. 7.
Okay, so 8 regular damage and then 4 cold.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so done. And then Slexy, you punched a man that is made of literal ball of fire, so you take 10 fire damage.
Should probably avoid touching the fire elemental.
Some people don't necessarily have an option.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is Tink's turn. Mr. Tinkerbell.
I will. As far as this sort of magical being is, does inflict wounds work?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, let's go. What about something like Spirit Guardian or something like that?
Spirit Guardians is an amazing spell.
Let's do it.
Okay, you cast Spirit Guardians. I'm assuming you're going to make it not hit any of your friends.
Absolutely. So we'll leave Tiberius and
what's the save on Spirit Guardians? Is it Con? I don't remember. It is. Let's see here. It's a Wisdom save. Okay, he's bad at those. What's your spell DC? 17.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So roll 3d8. That's the pointy ones here. These red ones. There you go.
Oh, those.
These Tink. Not green. Those are d10s.
Oh,
these
sorry.
Ones. If it has a 9 on it, it's not a d8.
12.
Got it. Okay, so 12 necrotic. Handled. All right. So anything else?
I can't possibly offer any salve or unguent to.
I mean, you used your action to cast a spell, so you could
Fine.
move. Like you have a move
No, no.
action left.
I'll move in. I'll move in one closer to the sucker.
You're okay. There you go. All right. He's in these 4 squares because he's large. But
Yep.
okay, so that's Tink then, and now we're back to Biddy.
So maybe this is an Arcana check or something, but can I check whether I know, like...
You already made a check, and you know pretty much everything about fire elementals. You're familiar.
Oh, great. So if I were to successfully cast Suggestion on it and tell it to depart to whatever plane of existence it was summoned from, would it be able to successfully do that?
Let me look at Suggestion.
It can't harm the creature, but I don't think that. I mean, I assume that this is what I don't know.
So
about fire
depart
elementals,
to your
but-
home plane is going to be a little dependent on. There's a little subjective to there, like that doesn't hurt them, but also that's against his interest because he doesn't really go back to the realm of fire. It's kind of hard to get to where he is. Let me read this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I'm gonna say not that because the recourse for that is not like he can't come back of his own free will, and he doesn't want to go back to the plane of fire. At least currently not now because he's super pissed. So if you want to use Suggestion, it will work on him, but he is actually. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Orc, and Giant.
I don't know if a fire element speaks Common. Let me see.
Well, that's fair. I guess you.
He only speaks. Earlier, sorry, I spoke in English earlier, but what I said was actually in Ignan. So none of you understood that unless you speak Ignan, which is the language of fire elemental. So
he can't understand me anyway.
Correct. If you try Suggestion, it won't work just because he can't understand you. That's my bad. I should have done that before. So he said something cryptic in elemental that sounded vaguely menacing, but you don't know what it was. I don't even know how to mimic Ignan. I'm assuming it just sounds like one of those crackling fire things that you put on Netflix or YouTube.
Furnace.
There you go. He made that. He made that noise. Stop banging the table.
So I don't think that it has to be able to understand me for me to cast command, though. I don't see anything about that. So I can probably...
I don't believe he does need to understand you for command, though.
I can command him to flee, and then we can all get reactions against him and potentially take advantage of that. So I think that might be a good way to go.
Okay.
I will use the flee command.
Gotcha.
And it needs to do a wisdom save.
He failed, so he's running away.
Sweet. All right, that's all I will do then.
Let me see how fast he moves. Quick.
So do we all get our reactions or whatever?
Yes, you can all, when he leaves your threatened square, you can all make a op against him.
Okay, I'll do a Ray of Frost.
Except for Slexy, because he already used his, so...
I'm a Warcaster, so I'll do a Ray of Frost,
which I think never mind. Slexy, you also have one. You cannot. Do you have Warcaster as well?
Yes, I have Warcaster.
You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I will do a Ray of Frost.
You have disadvantage though.
Oh, so I roll 2 and take the worst?
Correct.
Okay.
Slexy, you and Tink can also take a poke at him if you like.
Does Toll the Dead work for me in this situation?
You do. Do you have Warcaster, Tink?
I do not.
Then you cannot do that, no, because you can only make an opportunity attack with a weapon.
I have an 18 to hit.
That's it.
Even with the disadvantage. Yep. And I will do my 2d8. That's a 10 cold damage.
10
and
cold
reduces
damage.
his move by 10 feet until next turn.
Okay, so he actually is 1, 2 further back.
I'll try to guiding bolt. I won't try to.
Okay, you don't want to take any more. Yep, no, that's fair. Fire bad.
But it's a D4 with still, right? Or
it's a guiding bolt uses an attack roll. There's no save, so
16, 21. So 16 plus 6, 21.
That's it. I have no idea what the damage on a guiding bolt is.
It's 4d6.
There you go. Wow, really?
Radiant damage. Apparently,
that's a lot.
On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target has advantage.
Guiding bolt is good. Okay. Roll some radiant.
Oof. 11.
Got it. And Tink, anything out of you?
Yeah, I'll just do a strike with the mace then.
Okay, swing away. D20 plus a D4 because you're a cleric. And you blessed yourself.
17.
That's a hit.
Damage is 1d6 plus 1, I believe.
Correct. What'd you get?
4 in total.
Okay. And Tink, you take 9 fire.
Bring it. Bring it.
I mean, he brought it.
I liked it.
That's as good as you can do. So that was Biddy's turn.
What do you
Soap.
mean?
You're up, Soap.
Is this thing vulnerable to me talking shit at it?
For a vicious mockery?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, let me throw some vicious
He
mockery
can be
at it.
viciously mocked just because he doesn't understand you. I mean, you're mocking him in a foreign language, which is sort of a dick move, but also, I mean, it still hurts when everybody laughs at him.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna take damage from it, I don't really care. If it's
You might
a
as
big
well,
deal.
hell, throw some elemental plane of fire racial slurs at him. Call his
All
mama a campfire or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Your mama's a campfire.
Now I do have to do this in character, so give me a second to just prepare a bit of mockery.
Your mama was a big lighter at a Florida Georgia Line concert. And that's pretty insulting.
Okay, I got it.
Whoa.
I do I need to move to yell at him?
I think the range on vicious mockery
60
is 60
feet.
feet. I think you should be within.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Actually, you need to move forward 2 squares, and then you're fine.
Okay. That's cool. You know, I've put out a lot of campfires, but you, my friend, you and your mother are the most disappointing ones that I've ever put out. I frankly it was a waste of my water and the heel of my boot, and then I'm going to make a bunch of like what I think is like I'm going to try to replicate his speech.
Okay.
So I want to. Hopefully, it comes off as like Ignis,
It comes
like,
off as super
Ebonics.
racist. You're basically Trump making fun of a Chinese national and doing his.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you're basically doing
yeah, there
that.
you go.
Okay. He does not look mock so much as he looks pissed. He made a save.
Might come back.
He made a save. Okay, it is the elemental's turn. He's absolutely coming back.
Oh wait, can I bonus? I still have a bonus action, so
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and heal heal.
Hey Tink,
heal
roll some Spirit Guardians damage for me.
Me?
Yep, 3d8.
We're just womping on this thing.
And Tink heals
9
from my healing word.
9.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
This is something I need to add from my spell sheet or skill sheet, but otherwise that was the dice roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he's taking a poke at Biddy then. You're a 17, Biddy?
Yeah, I still have a duplicate, which I'll check for
Yep.
here.
Okay, he got a 13, so he is hitting you.
And I don't think I'm still at 17, actually. I failed my duplicate roll. I think the 5 only lasts until my next turn, which I think
Correct.
is come and gone.
Yep, it did.
So,
Your shield is no more.
So I'm 14, and it's sorry. So he hits me. You said
He rolled a 13, and it is a hit. Yes.
I will actually go ahead and use my other Chronal Shift die to make him re-roll for his attack.
Okay.
Would I then get to re-roll for hitting the? I guess it'd be a different roll, right? So that would
No,
work.
the shield
Right.
is already
Yeah,
He
that's
got
fine.
he got an 18, so he rolled better.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I suppose I take that. I don't think I do.
Sometimes you
anything
get
about
hit. Yep, it happens. Okay, let me look at his
Yeah.
damage is. Gotcha. So you take 9 fire damage, and also you are on fire.
Okay, well, that's not good.
And
Stop, drop, and roll.
He's gonna hit you again. He missed. Okay, second swing is missed.
Okay,
and he is done. Colonel,
I'm gonna shoot him.
fire away.
Ooh.
This thing is over here, by the way, just still bagpiping away.
It's dramatic battle music to have a ice elemental playing bagpipes.
Yeah, the elemental not fooled by it.
3 + 6.
Okay,
Is
6
9?
more. 9 more damage.
No,
Oh.
that was my to hit.
9 is a miss.
I figured. So who is on fire, by the way?
Biddy is on fire.
I'm on fire.
Yep.
Literally.
Is there a way for me to like run over and try to help him with that?
Yes, you can go and help him. Yes, you can move over and use your action to beat out the flames on Biddy.
Okay.
But if you already shot, you don't have an action, so you could move over next to him to help him next turn.
Yeah.
I have 13 HP left. I'll probably be okay. Like, you just kill this fire elemental, and we'll probably be better off that way.
Move over so that I have the option.
If
to
you
help
need to
him.
beat him out, that's not a bad idea. Biddy can also put himself out too, so he can use his action to put himself out.
I was hoping to hear that Martinique had +1 micturation.
Slexy, it's your up.
Everybody piss on me quick.
I mean, I have a strong stream, but I don't think I have 5 squares of stream.
That's gonna get you. It's gonna get you blackmailed by a Russian oligarch, Biddy.
Every battle turns into a porno in this guy.
I'm on fire! Quick, everybody, pee on me.
That's I don't know if you can afford that kind of service. There,
Then you guys pee out the flames, and Biddy's like, "I didn't say stop."
I use suggestion. Continue.
We have to service the live audience.
You are up, Slexy. Did Slexy go pee?
Hmm?
It's your turn.
What?
It's your turn, Slex.
Okay. Yeah, I just ran to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Speaking of micturation,
The golden shower save.
Oh god, I just backed out of my page. Keep going to go back, but that backs me entirely out of the character sheet rather than go back to the last page I was on. Oh, who hit him last? Did you get advantage?
Who, me?
Oh, the Colonel did have advantage on that shot.
Oh.
You should roll again,
What?
Colonel.
What gave advantage?
He was guiding bolted, and we all forgot about it.
Oh,
Oh, I missed it second time.
anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay,
Two misses.
well, I'm going to guiding bolt again.
Okay.
is Bless still active?
It lasts for 10 turns, and we are on turn 8 of this fight, so you got 2 more.
19 plus 6, 25.
That's a hit.
One of my D6 is one missing.
Oh, I probably stole it here. If somebody wasn't constantly stealing all of the dice.
13.
It doesn't matter how many I spawn. Okay, that actually kills him, Slex. You put him down.
Woo!
He hisses out in a puddle of, and I'm assuming you guys are all going to rush over and pee on Biddy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Nice.
I actually have create water, I think.
Well,
So do I. It's called my kidneys.
Okay, so we're all gonna be. So we're all midstream when the create water happens to finally.
Okay, so you guys are doing a weird flash dance golden shower over here around Biddy, and Jim and Jill walk out of the inn, and they're like, "Oh, thank God!" Oh, and also, fuck, what?
I'd like to reassure you that this is
I'm not even near you guys. 'cause I
Jill's
think
like,
this is
Jill's like,
symbolic religious ritual.
Jill goes, I can see you guys need a minute. We'll be inside. They come out, look and see the golden showers going on, and then go, we'll be inside, and go back inside. Meanwhile, Mrs. Johnson runs out of this house, and she is dragging this guy's corpse off unless you stop her.
Whoa, stop.
She's like, oh, there, I'm going to get this fucker now.
I'm gonna go over.
No,
and be like, okay.
if you want his corpse, you're gonna have to pay for it, lady.
I mean, okay.
May I suggest that we allow her to perform whatever ritualistic
I mean, she has a meat
desecration
cleaver in
she
her hand.
requires,
She is
but
carrying a
after
meat
we
cleaver.
have done what we need.
I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna flay this fucking corpse, and I'm gonna stick him up and pale him on a pike.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so we need
can
to
you
check his body for
tomorrow?
valuables first.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. She's like, fine, I don't care what you just rob him all you want. I don't give a shit about that. I just want his body. She starts stripping him and throwing his clothes at you.
well, I actually want to maybe figure out why he was attacking the town, so I was gonna cast.
Can I cast command on her just for peace or sleep or something?
You
I
can
mean,
Just to get her out of the picture
You-
because she's mad.
talking to people before you coerce them magically into doing what you
Yeah, we
want.
don't have to.
Suggest go back inside to her.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
we can suggest.
I'm gonna suggest wait inside. It's not safe. And
I would.
we're done.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, you guys hit her with the suggestion. She's like, okay, but that corpse better fucking be here when I get back. So she goes back in the house because she does believe it's not safe is good enough to make that work. So yeah,
It's a live audience, so I commanded a fornicate as well. So yeah.
I mean, she gets a
Yeah.
save against that. You're gonna try
But
and make her
she's
fuck a
got
corpse.
kids in the house, and that's pretty.
No.
pretty Sweet Home
Let's.
Alabama.
You gotta be more careful
that-
about your commands, Tink. That's like the second sexual assault you've caused tonight, and one of them against a corpse, which is real fucked up.
This is the 7th time. That was not my intention.
You got to think things through before you speak, man. That's why I'm such a good bard.
Okay, Biddy, you throw a suggestion at her, and she goes back in the house.
That
But
would
she's looking out the
certainly
window, and
explain my current situation.
she's looking out the window, and she still has that meat cleaver in her hand. She's watching you guys worth this corpse. So
I'm gonna go over to the corpse, see if there's any
he has
valuables like
hide armor and a wooden stick.
Yeah, I'm more curious if there was like anything to figure out why he was attacking.
Nope. I mean, he's just it's a dude, and he's wearing hide armor and has a wooden stick. He's got like a crown of laurel leaves in his hair.
We'll take the hide armor. That sounds like it's pretty.
It's
I would
actually
say
badly stabbed
the-
through and burned a little. It is pretty much worthless.
The staff and the crown of laurel are definitely our items of interest.
The stick is a stick, and the crown of laurel is actually just it's weeds.
leaves.
Yeah, it's woven weeds.
You could do an Arcana check if you wanted to see if they were enchanted or something, but it sounds like they're just garbage.
Yeah, why don't you give me assistance on some sort of Arcana type check here?
Okay,
I
make
can
a
do
roll.
that.
Pardon?
You guys can make rolls. Sure, go ahead.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'll if I have advantage, then I'll do it that way.
That's fine.
Oh, and I rolled a nat 20 on one of them. So
Yeah, it's
and I
just
have
it's
plus-
literally just laurel woven into a wreath and a stick that he pulled off of a tree.
So nothing
Wow.
on him,
And I
nothing
got a
on him is, like,
19
special or
plus
whatever.
1
Okay.
equals
He has
20 as well.
He has
so-
nothing of value. Nope.
Well, I don't even mean a value, but I mean a hint to his origin. I was just curious if there was anything like that, but it sounds like there isn't. He's
Nope.
just a
He's
random
just a naked
crazy
druid.
person.
Well, he's naked now
I'm
because
gonna go ahead
took
and
his clothes
I'm
off.
gonna go ahead and stop the bagpipes and have or rather change the bagpipes to be a more festive tune, not battle music.
Okay. Well, now that you guys are done peeing and your golden shower is over, Jim peeks his head out of the inn a little bit. He's like, "Are you guys done?"
So I still look like him in this golden shower, so I feel like that's pretty good.
One of the reasons why he's a little
I'm
uncomfortable.
going to make eye contact with him, look down, and ask. So how did I do? While I'm still hanging out of my trousers.
Great. I'll make hard eye contact with a man that I am doppelgang to look like, and just make hard eye contact while pissing on him. That's okay. You did great, I guess. Like, do you guys need another minute?
Yeah, actually, I need another 10 minutes to cast.
No
Prayer
problem.
of
He shuts
Healing.
the door. He's like, "No problem." Shuts the door.
So I'll
Before he goes, actually, I would like to ask if he thinks it's a good idea to let her have the body.
But you'll have to wait till he comes back.
He's
Well,
just
I'll-
too creeped out to talk to us.
Yeah, it's
I'll
I mean,
cast
I'm too creeped
prayer
out to deal with
prayer
you
of healing, prayer of healing, so that all of us can come within.
watching your doppelganger ask you how he did while he's making dedicated eye contact and pissing is kind of weird.
I'm good. I'm full health, so I think I'm gonna go into the inn.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get a
I
long
don't-
rest.
I don't-
today. We
Yeah,
don't
you
mind
guys are
healing.
gonna. You guys got a long rest if you want.
Yeah, we don't
do
need to
that,
heal
so.
at this point. But
You
yeah,
can-
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna undisguised, so I look back to myself.
That's fine. Tink patches everybody up anyway, so you guys get healed back to full. Everybody's back. And your Tink bandages and tends to your various wounds. He scrubs the jar off of Biddy, and then you guys go back in the inn. He also, I'm assuming, wicks away the piss because this seems polite.
Yeah,
that must be.
I had no
washed.
reason to pee on you.
we aren't a criminally insane game show host in Russia, so we don't need it.
Yeah. As soon as you guys go back in, you see Mrs. Johnson come back out of her house, and she is dragging this corpse off.
Fair enough.
And Jim and Jill are super excited. Like, oh, thank you so much. You guys are so like, I can't believe this is the most epic battle we've ever seen, and we've seen a few here at the halfway home.
I'm gonna ask them. Do you think she should take the body?
I don't think you should try and stop her. Just whatever she's gonna do with it, it's fine. And honestly, if she's giving him the Mussolini treatment, you know what? More power to her. I'll be the second person in line to spit on his corpse.
For those of you unaware, for those of you unfamiliar with the reference, he was hung upside down with his mistress and shot in the head.
My grandmother spit on his corpse. Well, my great grandmother spit on his corpse.
Fuck.
Wait, she what?
Hung for a really long time, right? Like months.
Yeah, he was there for a while.
Brutal. Yeah.
My great grandmother spit on Mussolini's corpse.
Wow, that's really badass.
Anyway, Corum and Joram come trundling up from out of the basement with their chests, and they're like, "Man, you guys are fucking worth every nickel of this contract. We gotta steal. Good work."
I would like to offer as a suggestion that tips are appreciated.
Well, I mean, we'll definitely keep that in mind, without a doubt. And also, Jim and Jill are both just like anything you guys want. It's everything is on the house. Whatever, nothing's too good. I'm breaking out the special brandy, and he runs downstairs and comes up with a keg of like really nice liquor and starts pouring it into giant pewter mugs.
I will accept the brandy, but I will pay for the food.
Okay. You're welcome to spend your money however you want, but
it's only lettuce.
No, I insist, absolutely not. Your money is no good here. This place wouldn't even exist if you guys if it weren't for you. I'm not taking your money. And he takes it and puts it in a pouch and gives it back to you. And he's adamant that you're not going to pay him.
Please let me contribute to
no, absolutely not.
Rebuilding of some of the houses.
Okay, you know what? Yes.
Just to clarify, is there a broom closet I could sleep in tonight? I don't want to be a bother.
Sure, you can sleep wherever you want. You can shit in there if you want. I don't care.
It's his kink.
He will tell you that you could give some money to Mrs. Johnson, and if you want to leave any money around, he will make sure that it's distributed to anybody who returns to the village to help put their stuff back in order. So just just mark off however much gold you want to donate, Tink.
If I may, I'll start this off with one of the most feared inquiries of the last session. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
With this encounter, does this count towards our adventuring guild reputation at all, or anything?
I mean, everybody that Jim and Jill talk to are certainly going to sing your laurels. They'll be like, "Yeah, man, those guys came through here. There's a turtle named Galapagos."
But not materially.
I mean, you're doing your job, and that you defended your caravan. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Like this, yeah. Like
but we've read it like what I presume to be a county or something within this province to be a real threat. But that's only just within this instance.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that comes to the halfway home inn, Jim and Jill are going to be like, "Oh, we wouldn't even be here without you guys," and that they'll sing your praises to everybody.
But this wasn't like a contract that we bartered with, and we're not getting like credits with the union or anything.
You didn't overthrow the Russians.
If we stop by here again later, they'll probably comp us a room or something.
Yeah, you didn't overthrow the Tsar of Russia. But,
at least.
You did do a nice thing. People in this town will remember you.
Does anyone have drawing skills? Because we should get a little portrait made up that they can hang on the wall or
something. I should immortalize my own heroism. Tink is okay.
I could use a forgery kit to make something, but I don't think that would be useful.
What's your charisma? Yours is pretty
Mine?
high. Like, no, the Silk Monkey can probably draw reasonably well.
Yeah, I have 18 charisma.
Yeah, you have pens, papers. You could draw a self-portrait of you guys saving the inn from a rogue druid, and then demand that Jim and Jill hang it on the wall, and I'm sure they would be.
I was thinking more of a selfie with a lot of us outside the front.
Mine is charisma based.
I mean, it's like performance; it's art. So yeah.
Yeah. How about I insist that how about I make a drawing of us all peeing on.
No,
on our front and we hang that up.
You can draw whatever you want, but I don't know. Jim and Jill will politely.
I don't know if they won't hang that one up.
They will, but they're taking it down when you leave.
Yeah.
Well, they may put it in the men's lavatory.
I did not pee on you. I was just going to make it rain.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well, you guys.
I kind of like the idea of like a stylized portrait of us that we
Yeah,
like
but exactly. But in the sort of way that we're all outside the front and
Tink's super concerned with idolizing his heroic deeds. I love it.
This is not what I expected from this little bureaucratic character to be like.
I want credit for my good stuff. You write it down.
If I may redraw this in a way that you are perhaps unfamiliar with, it is being a matter of public record.
Oh yeah, good. That's a good point. I'll make sure that I appropriately disguise my identity. Thank you.
Okay. So
if you've ever been to any famous mafia restaurant in New York, you'll see a lot of photos on the wall.
So you guys
I don't know why I'm talking like this, because that's totally inappropriate.
Yes.
New York.
You guys spend the night drinking and celebrating, and you have a good time. You guys draw a little self-memorial placard, and Tink's like, hang this on the wall, and Jim and Jill put her like, yes, sir, and they put it up over the bar, and they're like, oh, it's so lovely. They did nothing but sing in your praises.
I feel really bad about that.
And then the next morning
check out
arrives.
the animals and all that's all cool.
Yeah, I mean everything is fine. The horses were totally safe in their tent. The livestock got a little spooked by the lightning, but they just stayed in their pen. Nothing's destroyed. Corum and Joram throw their chest back on the wagons, and they're like, "Well, let's get going, guys, and mount up. We got places to go, people to see, money to make, etc., etc." And you guys hop back on the wagons. You want to do anything else before you leave town? Oh, there is definitely a flayed druid tied to this tree. And Mrs. Johnson is out there throwing rocks at his body as you start to leave.
So, like, out of character, was this just an encounter? Or
you happened across the town that was being troubled by some kind of what appears to have been lunatic, and you saved the village. So you didn't have to. You could have just left.
Well, I was considering casting like Speak with Dead and then asking him some.
You're welcome. You're welcome to do that. You can talk to his corpse. Let me look up Speak with the Dead real quick. I think he can't have been dead for more than a week.
Give her a little more pleasure.
Hold on, one encounter at a time.
Let's see. Must still have a mouth and can't be undead, so check. He meets both of those. Okay. You can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. So go ahead.
So I wanted to ask why it did this. It can lie to me, so.
Fire is beautiful and everything must burn. This human blight should be eradicated. You got 4 more.
Where does he come from?
I'm from the great circle of druids.
I don't know enough about your world.
He's basically just saying I'm a druid.
Yeah, fair.
That's his druid union.
How are druids thought of in this?
Pretty much it's just like any other job. Some of them are like nature-loving priests. Some of them are like strong Green Party advocates. Some of them are Greenpeace. You get more of a Greenpeace vibe kind of from this one, in that he's maybe an eco-terrorist.
Okay. Did he work alone? Stuff like that. I don't really need to ask all the questions. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a question. He's like, the druids are legion.
Okay. I don't need the rest. I'll just leave.
Okay.
I mean,
just leave his body
you should give him an insult before he goes back to being dead.
I mean, he still is dead and was the whole time.
He's just in this tree. He'll just answer another random 2 questions of anyone who wanders by.
I think he only answers you, but
only answer me. But
yeah. Also,
despite
hang on, can I ask a question? Or can I relay a question?
You can have Slexy ask him a question, sure.
Yeah. Let's get what he thought about the bagpiping elemental. I thought that was pretty neat.
I'll relay.
It's the best reason to be dead.
Jeez. Now
Everyone
in
gotta get rid of the
RPG mode,
British.
totally in character, can I then speak to Solicitor about the possible welfare of the children with
It's
such
so
a
creepy when
psychotic
you say it that
mother?
Oh, with the crazy lady in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you, Child Protective Services?
I mean,
Someone needs.
We got to get back on the horses and get the hell out.
yeah. I just want to do all this before we leave, and then I guess I trust the inn owners to look after them. And
Yeah, I mean, she's a little bonkers
In which case, I make a special mention to that to Jill and Jim. And
You
say,
may not want to be taking children into your protective custody because you're a mercenary and you fight for a living.
We're just concerned about well-being.
No, yeah, exactly.
Is this just 'cause she
the
flayed a
mother
guy? Like,
seems extremely unhinged.
People,
He burned her.
people make kids
The guy
executions
she's
all the time,
flaying.
even like a few hundred years ago. Like I'm sure in this culture it's normal to just like flay
Also,
kill
the
your
guy
but-
she's flaying burned her children's father alive.
Dude, you're
Probably
talking
in front
about a
of them.
few hundred years
It
ago,
seems
but
reasonable.
Oh,
less than a
millions
month
of
ago, we
eons
were in a
ago, right?
library that had a typewriter spouting smoke.
it was 100
So
years ago. Nobody
you
had
know.
PTSD 100 years ago.
Yes,
Good
they
shell
did.
shock.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's my point. I was being sarcastic. So anyway, you guys hop on the wagons and journey the rest of the way. So as the adventure ends, you're about a day away, and you see in the distance the glorious spires and ivory towers of Karenborg, and you run in. You've seen some outriders and messengers and whatnot coming back and forth from the town. So you're almost certain to make it safely. You've got one more day of travel. And you will be, tomorrow morning, you should arrive at the glorious city of Karenborg. And that's where we'll stop for the evening. So you are.
Do we get XP from that?
You get 2,200 EXP, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Woo!
That guy was quite powerful.
That's almost
Not for
level up,
long.
isn't it? Like, maybe not. I don't remember what the cutoffs are, but that's getting pretty close, right?
And we're all back
Not
up
really.
to full health, yeah?
Yeah, you've had a long rest, and it's been several days of travel as you continued the rest of your 4-week journey. So the remainder of the 4 weeks have gone uneventful. And next time we'll start, you'll be at the outskirts of Karenborg, where where you've been tasked to go see the Great Wizard Zenobia.
and ask her about this guy Roy.
Yep.
Praise be to Roy.
Yeah, all
No,
praise.
we're not praising Roy.
Damn right, you'll praise Roy.
Killing Roy.
That's a
Sorry,
form of
was that
praise. That counts.
2230? 2200?
2,200, yep. And you get 1,000 for the trolls, dude.
We still got a little ways to go, it looks like, but we're like maybe halfway to a level up or something,
We do. So levels are just sort of fungible. We keep track of EXP mostly for, in case I'm not paying attention purposes, but don't worry about it. We'll handle leveling when it's appropriate.
Well, can I just do a quick check? I'm logging 3930. Is anyone else getting
Yep,
the same?
that's accurate.
Sounds right. Okay. So that's it. Night falls. You guys will wake. Next time we'll pick up. You'll be at the outskirts of Zenobia, and we'll go from there.
Woohoo!